grade. They ask if you have a degree.
I don't know.
They
if
don't
it's
even
all
ask
for
if
your
you have a
GPA.
degree. They just ask can you do this shit.
Some real competitive ones care about that shit, but
I haven't had
Oh.
a job care about any of it.
If
My
you didn't have a
friend-
4.0 or higher GPA, don't mention your grades.
My friend
exactly.
accidentally got hired as a teacher without realizing you need to have a special college degree to teach.
That's the hirer's fault.
Yeah,
He-
for
he-
sure.
Unless he was like faking it.
No, he was in the
Shit.
IT department. They asked him to sub, and he said sure. They assumed he had his teacher's degree, and he was subbing long enough to where
So-
he became the perm teacher.
So it's the school's
Again-
fault.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the school's fault, but he could still be in legal trouble
Yeah.
for that, though, too.
Okay. Well, if he didn't know and they didn't make it aware in the job posting, then
States
he's
do
not
not
liable.
care.
No,
Yeah, not knowing is not.
Apparently
it's
they
not
asked
a
him
crime.
if he's qualified to sub. It was some weird class. I think it was like geometry or something. And he assumed they were just asking, hey, do you know this
Mm-mm.
material enough to sub? He said yes. They assumed.
See,
The answer,
now
yes,
he has
is-
liability.
Yeah.
If
Yeah.
hold on, if it's not a statewide thing that he needs a specific degree, because it's not always. You
Yeah,
only
that's what I
need,
sub-
said.
to
It's
sub,
all
yeah.
the states.
Yeah.
you
to
only
sub,
need,
it does.
you know, if the school is the only one that's requiring the specific degree, and in the job application, like the job posting or whatever he applied to, did not specify that he needed the higher degree, then he's not liable. That's on them.
Yeah. He got hired in one position that didn't require it. They ran out of teachers because of illnesses and COVID. They asked him if he could sub. They asked him, can you sub? He assumed they were asking, are you able to, not are you legally meeting the minimum
Right.
requirements? He said,
Right.
yeah, no problem. He started subbing, and
My beard looks so small.
he subbed long enough to where
yeah, I gotta shoot this
he
off
was now a
this
permanent
week.
teacher. It was hilarious.
Guys, I got two. I have a whole entire fucking two set of dice.
Oh my god.
Do they match your new character?
Uh-huh.
Right.
Loki has dice.
I'm rocking the pedo stack.
What element
I
is your new
see.
character?
It looks it honestly like from the
I
camera
see.
waffle, it looks like you smoked a cigarette, wiped the ashes, and just went like this.
Are you doing water or air with that?
See if,
Or
You can
ice?
do either. I could be ice tonight.
I have
We have
I have bought so many sets of water themed like dice
Oh,
recently.
Little do you guys know, I'm gonna TPK you guys immediately.
It's alright, I'll make another water themed character. It's alright.
I've
Waffle chicken.
you made Waffle self-conscious.
I'll admit
Oh
it.
my God.
It's getting long enough that I can twist it again. I'm so happy. Because I didn't touch my
So-
mustache. I just kind of
What should I do, guys? Like, I gotta trim this. I gotta trim this for a fit test coming up. But
Yeah.
I can keep the mustache above my lips.
Hitler
Keep
stash.
the mustache.
Should I?
Hitler stash.
I call it the
Yeah,
Michael Jordan
Not in
stash.
Today's
Can,
economy.
are you able to get like any sort of handlebar going now, or is your mustache that?
No, my
big?
mustache doesn't grow handlebar.
I was gonna say you could go
kinda.
like a French style goatee, shave everything but this and
I
this.
could, but it would require a lot of work. Like mine doesn't naturally grow like that. Mine grows down, not
Imagine
side.
if you got a
Oh.
fake mustache and wore it forever, and then one day you retire. It's like time to lay down the old mustache and rip it off and put it down.
And then I also have new dice for Gwen.
I also,
that's
speaking
fun.
of Mal's campaign, I forgot to tell everyone I changed my character's name before the game.
Oh,
Oh,
Is it no longer an L name?
No, I've told you already.
I don't
What?
remember.
I changed it to Levi, spelled Lever.
I thought you were joking.
No, it's Levi now, but it's
So we have
spelled
Lawson and Levi.
Lever
Lever.
because it's French.
Levy.
oh,
Levi.
you were posting how to
Luvi.
pronounce my character's name right? Did you see my response?
I
I
got
did.
it together and figure out accent.
Yes.
My character's name is pronounced Jaime.
Jaime. I love it.
Jaime.
I'm gonna do a Dane
It's
DeVito voice the entire
Dane
time.
DeVito impression.
Oh,
Suicide is
No,
badass.
actually, Gilbert Gottfried. Gilbert Gottfried, the entire campaign.
Who's
Do
Gilbert
it.
Gottfried?
Yeah.
We all need to.
Yeah.
Look,
I can't do
My
Gilbert
voice is
Gottfried.
so
Hold
mesmerizing.
on. I'm trying to think. There's a specific voice. I've never done it like in a game, but I do it just to piss Jackie off, and I'm trying to like remember what it is.
Like
Roll the natural.
it's a voice that
Jackie
you
with the
do
voice.
I
like
have one of
just
those.
without thinking.
Yeah. I just do stupid shit like all the time. I've always done.
I have one of those. It's called my normal speaking voice.
Yeah, mine's annoying as fuck. So
I love that
I'm
look
sorry for you
they
guys.
gave him.
I like my voice. It's alright.
I hate my voice. I don't mind my voice in my own head, but whenever I hear it on recording, I fucking hate it.
This
I like
video
my
is
voice.
fucking
It's alright.
hilarious. I laugh every time.
Well, oh god, watch it real quick.
Yes. You can tell how old the video is.
I was trying to like legitimately just listen to it, and then I like skipped ahead a little bit, and then all I hear is
meditation.
Just keep watching.
Body like a mental golden shower. Observe the
God,
power
I
within you
want nothing
and let it
more than to hear
rebuff
him,
into you
Gilbert
down.
Gottfried,
If you-
Buster read the Dagoth Erlines.
Didn't he
Come here, my friend or foe, come.
Didn't he do a reading of 50 Shades of Grey?
Probably.
Was that him? Yeah. I thought that I couldn't remember if that was him or Samuel L. Jackson who did that.
I think Waffle's broken. There he goes.
What's wrong with him?
He's thinking of Gilbert Gottfried doing
Okay, we're good.
the Dagoth
good.
Erlines.
I'm a dog.
What?
City of God. I'm a dolphin.
Oh, right, wrong button. Hold on. Okay. All right, guys. Let's.
You were recording all that, right, Alex?
Yeah, we're live.
We actually are live. How long have we been live for?
Since
About,
he said
like
it?
2 minutes or something.
Bro, I almost threw up.
We've
What
been,
I
made you
gagged.
laugh that? What made you laugh that hard?
Dude, this fucking video gets me every single
It's very
time, man.
funny.
I'm splash.
he-
I'm a dolphin.
is he an actor or something?
Guilford.
What?
What the fuck?
He plays the
Can
parrot.
I throw him in the bad
Aladdin.
room? Will anyone be
Please.
opposed?
He plays what?
No.
He's gonna fuck up stream stuff.
Yeah.
Actually, it won't. It's independent too.
Go
I
ahead,
mean,
go
yeah,
ahead.
it would. Don't
Alex.
move me.
Do it.
He. Have you ever seen the American version of The Lion King?
Or Aladdin?
Yes. Oh, he's the parrot.
Or yeah, I meant Aladdin. Yeah,
He's
yeah.
the parrot, right?
He's the parrot. Yes.
So he's like a voice actor.
Yeah, but he talks like this. All right, we're done. All right, so
Are we?
I'm a
See,
dolphin.
I've heard that voice.
Right, and you know
it's
it.
gonna be all night. Yeah.
Yeah, I've heard
I
that voice,
fucking
but I
love
never
that
knew who he
video.
was.
Okay.
I
Okay.
love it.
He's a comedian
You-
as well.
you
I think he's
also-
done some stand up.
I don't have your video on, Rye, by the way.
My video.
You have
His
it
video's on.
locked.
Not me.
It's on.
No.
You have to click it.
Click
You
it
click it.
again and
I like the
You're
fucking-
fucked up, not
He
him.
restarted,
Yeah,
so he might
why
have
did
messed
he
up
do
on
that?
you.
He turned his
He
camera
just
off.
does it.
Yeah, he restarted it, so he might have messed you up.
Damn, I almost want to turn it back off. Fuck.
There we go.
I know, right?
Stable video. There you go.
Dude, every time I see that Gwen picture, it gets
Oh,
it gets
the
me a little bit.
character.
Yes.
That's so good.
It's such a well done Photoshop.
I need to get back on making backgrounds.
All right, guys.
I
So
did that in
I
like
gave you
2
guys.
minutes.
We did. We did. Alright, so
everywhere I go.
I gave a little bit of a like a catch up. There's a couple of specifics and nuances that I did leave out. So when you guys ran into the werewolves originally, they asked for the coins.
Oh, that's right.
Big portion of the
Fuck.
reason to get through. They want all of your coins. Apparently, they can sniff them out or something of the sort. They're using them to track you guys. You tried hiding most of them in the bag of holding, but Gwen held on to hers, so they sniffed you guys out. And they're trying to get these coins for the what they told you guys was the 6th lunar princess. You guys had the little scrap with them. You left. You met the necromancer washed up on the beach. Luckily, you didn't kill the undead that was chilling in the boat.
Where's my sister?
Yeah,
She's dead. Yeah, I already know that. No, deader.
Better
You mean undead, right? No, just dead.
Not anymore.
But yes, you traveled with him for a little whiles. You learned that the Wind Dynasty, the first destination that you were sent to get some supplies for the Dragonborn city, went crazy, just like the Dragonborn city. People were attacking other people in the streets for quote unquote no apparent reason. Chaos. He fled with his sister in this rinky-dink boat washed up on the shore. And you guys left him some food, and the Cathshay said he would watch over him for 3 days while you guys were off meeting the Lunar Princess, who called out to you guys telepathically, said that they wanted to talk to you. And on the horizon, on the day that you're currently on, there was a ginormous, very dense forest that cropped up, on the horizon, filled with a multitude of different trees and, various amounts of, plant life. And you've seen a couple of birds flittering about, which have been pretty scarce on your travel thus far. And, scarce. Sorry.
Loss.
But we ended the session with you meeting the Lunar Princess, Mylena, whatever it was. I have to look at my notes how I spelled
M
it.
for moon.
M for moon.
Mylina.
Yes.
Mylena.
Yes. And she was kind of like half dressed very formally and half dressed for travel, like a very, a noble's travel gear, basically. And we'll start the session with her approaching you guys. At the moment, you're about like a half a mile to a mile off of the entrance to the forest, like the outskirts of the forest. And it is the most green area that you guys have been in a very, very, very long time. Ever since you first came to the Dragonborn, city. Some of you from very green areas originally. Some of you kind of, Mal. Just kind of but multitude of little animal life and plants, and it's a very nice place. And she has you saw her off in the distance.
Who gave him nitro?
I bought
Thanks,
it.
Micro. Thanks, Micro. I love it.
I don't
It's
get it.
very well done. Very well done. God damn it.
I don't get it.
You gotta stay right there so it looks like the crown is on you.
Yeah, there you go. But yes, so she approaches your group, who are
Menacingly?
not missingly, by herself. By the way, she doesn't have any of these individuals that you fought with or anything with her. And And your group is the smallest it's been for several weeks. You don't have the cache with you. You don't have, bless you, the necromancer with you. You know, his sister who has been following you.
I might have
very
to kill the
silently.
cache. I just remembered.
Yeah.
I did threaten the cache's life.
You guys came to an agreement of him waiting for 3 days before you know, and then peacing out. Yeah, he said he would watch over the necromancer who got, you know, he was a little sick, you know, from being dehydrated and, you know.
And I threatened the cache if he took his soul, I'm going to kill him. Absolutely.
And he's like, you know, what will be, will be. But, you know, we'll come to that when we come to, if we come to it. So the Lunar Princess approaches your group. And before she gets within speaking distance, is there anything that you guys are doing to prepare for the meet and greet? Any spells being cast? Anybody hanging back? Anybody stepping forward?
I cast Jolt at 5th level. Maximize magic.
8 on me. Is that a leftover or is that actual?
Mm.
Are y'all missing spell slots?
I was going to say,
not missing any.
Does anybody else have 8 on them? Because if not, it's probably just leftover.
I have 10.
Okay. Alex?
Everyone should?
I have
Okay.
8.
All right. Just making sure.
Kevin,
I have 5 HP with 8.
I got 10.
I have 10.
Luxon,
Yeah, but I also am a
10.
miner.
and then should
Sure.
have 10. Me, Ellis.
Gotcha.
All right. So, but again, I'll ask: is there anything anybody's doing to prepare for the Lunar Princess, Mylena, to approach?
Do we agree as our speaker?
I don't think you guys
Gwen?
discussed that. I think it's just going to
Gwen?
be.
What? I'm
To
the
speak?
speaker? The one who's been consistently wrong?
You're the most rational.
What? Okay.
Alice, your immediate thought going in here is, I want to kill that werewolf.
Yeah, that's pretty rational.
That was my thought too, though.
You don't know me.
I mean,
She's
mine
like that with the
too, but
undead.
mine too, but
Honestly, I think the most I was going to say Kevin, but never mind. Kevin's been a little iffy recently.
There is nothing wrong with
most
wanting
rational's
coins.
probably me. I just don't have charisma.
Yeah.
There's
Now that
nothing
you ain't
wrong
wrong.
with wanting coins. That's all I'm gonna say.
I would probably so for Ellis it depends on the setting. Ellis is the wild card, but like for everybody else,
I
it
can be like
goes-
the best or the worst
Yeah.
option.
for the rest of the party, it's definitely Gwen and Luxon up top, and then Nin shortly after, and then Kevin bringing up the rear.
I think
Well, actually,
Ellis can be in any fucking position.
yeah,
after
Ellis
that.
could be anywhere depending on the setting.
Like I make things either worse or significantly
The only
better.
reason
Like there's no in between.
I beat out Gwen is because I have proficiency survival and I don't talk to random strangers.
I do.
You're more cautious.
Yup.
I'll walk up to motherfucker.
Oh, a stranger. Ah!
So,
Oh, a stranger.
yeah, it's like the group splits in two. It's like half the party steps up to them to greet, and the other half steps back to stealth. Like, all right, who the fuck is this?
I know I'm bad at talking, but I know I also have to be up front.
Yeah.
I
Nin
can't stealth.
doesn't stealth. I just disappear.
So,
I've lost the party several times.
aid has been cast. I think we did that, or last session, whatever, start of the day. You guys were ready to greet them.
I cast guidance on Gwen.
And so
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
It's fine.
Yeah.
I mean, they're in front of us.
He just pokes you every minute.
Wait,
I mean, I could.
Platinum poke. Platinum poke. Platinum poke.
Not.
The alliteration. I love it. All right. So, as this
spelled it. You forgot the R.
Luna Princess.
Luna.
All right. So, as
Comic
she
Sans,
approaches
too.
your group, there is a couple of oddities about the way she approaches. At a distance, Ellis and Luxon, obviously, you guys would notice it first, but as she gets closer, it's not really something hidden or anything, but you notice this fine white kind of trail, kind of being left behind by her footsteps as she approaches. No, it's more like a very, very faint glow as she steps, and it fades, within a half second. And you know what? I would say those of you proficient in survival, roll me a survival check.
Yeah. Oop.
First roll of the night. How's that?
Would a -1 mean I'm proficient in it?
13 survival.
If you have proficiency in it, means you're proficient in it.
All
But,
right.
13 survival was my natural
There would
one.
be a little
What about half proficiency?
I would count it.
26.
26. So, because the area around here is more grassy and less, hard stone and packed with dirt.
Is there a knoll anywhere?
No.
We gotta watch
You would notice, Luxon, that as she's walking towards you, she doesn't seem to be leaving footprints in the grass. Like it seems undisturbed. So as she gets about 10 feet away, like she doesn't say anything until she gets relatively close. Whether or not you guys say anything before she gets there is completely up to you.
I'm definitely gonna try to be like in front if anyone else would like to join me.
Yeah,
you-
I mean,
you-
I'll be up front.
I'll stick middle.
I'll do back.
Yeah, I'm not trying to
so-
talk. I'm just trying to like put myself between me.
So
and
Nin and Ellis step in front.
Yeah, I'll be
Okay,
in front.
fair enough.
Yes, put the ranger in the
And
front.
Gwen, are you want to be up with us?
She's wherever Bruno is.
Yeah.
Yep.
So if she wants to be up front,
Wherever
then
it
yeah.
is.
Okay.
Okay.
So
you're up
three
front.
of you, and then Kevin and Luxon bringing
Just
up the
fine.
rear.
I want to be up front. Bruno says I'm running away.
Bruno makes the decision. So as she approaches, you can see that she definitely carries herself very noble-esque. Those of you that are from bigger cities or are from areas with rulers and whatnot, shut the
Or
fuck
are
up.
from noble families.
Right. You could definitely tell that she's very, very proper
What's a noble?
posture, the way she's walking, head held high. She just has that air, a ruling air about her. And as she approaches you all, she stops about 10 feet away from the three of you in front, and she sits in the middle of the air, and beneath her bottom is a platform that appears made out of this white light, the same light that you guys noticed from her footsteps. And she seems to be sitting on something solid. And then she looks at you guys as a whole, the group, and she says, "Well, don't be silly. Sit down." And you find that behind all of you is the same shimmering white light, like a shelf behind you.
Yeah, I was immediately gonna be like, "Oh, I can't do that," and I'm like, "Oh,
I'm standing straight up. I'm not looking behind me.
I'm gonna continue to stand.
I'm gonna
I think
sit
so.
down.
Alice pops a squat.
Ow.
Alice, Kevin, Gwen's already got a seat.
Does Bruno
Um,
take a seat?
well, no, because Gwen would fall."
You guys really have to get
We
that
need to
saddle
get that.
situation.
I'm not saying it hasn't happened in the past,
Right,
but
right.
like,
Does Bruno think about taking a seat for a second?
Nah. He's
So,
a big
Luxon and Nin
Comment?
stay standing.
Yes.
Yes.
I'm
Okay.
I'm more happy on my.
Am I the only one sitting?
No, I'm sitting.
No, we only have
Kevin's
two people
sitting.
standing.
Yeah. And Gwen always sitting.
Always skipping leg day.
Yes.
How atrophied are your legs?
You're asking a monk about skipping leg day. You're asking a monk skipping leg day. Half of the week is leg day for me.
Oh wait, don't you
What?
guys have the horse too, or did the horse die?
No, the horse is still around.
Are you riding the horse, or is it still like with you? Or is it
I
just
probably would have left the horse with the cachet.
Left, but that's shit.
Okay.
The
Okay,
cachet
so
didn't
you
take
have
a
her
horse at
soul?
all.
like snackies before the main course?
Another reason to fully kill the cachet.
What? What?
Dude, you going up against the cachet is going to be the one time its ability works.
I literally have to roll a nat 1 for
Yeah.
that to work too.
So
It'd be funny.
it would be very funny.
Hey Mal, make a third character.
So, she, when you guys say that you'd prefer to stand and whatnot, she kind of just waves it off. She said, she sits cross-legged, puts
I
one
haven't
leg
said
up.
anything. I'm just sitting there cross-armed, just
Well,
looking.
Luxon said he prefers
Yeah,
standing,
so-
and she folds her hands, puts them in her lap, very, very non-hostile, very ladylike. She says, well, who is Bits?
Raise my
show me.
hand.
Show me, please. Yeah, and you guys were Bits. Luxon was bit on the leg. Very, what, arm? I thought it was the leg as you were running away.
It was
Arm.
before he started running.
And Gwen has a nice big old bite on the
I mean, I was bit a few
here.
times, but I said no to their poison.
Yes, you sure did.
I think I was bit twice and just said
Well,
no.
I
Those
didn't
of
have
you
a terrible
afflicted.
con save. I just
Yeah.
rolled bad.
Yeah.
Same.
Um.
It was an amazing con save.
So I'd like to formally apologize for my subject. Boredom is a special sort of werewolf. His curse is exponentially stronger than the rest.
Did he
I
say
do-
boredom?
Boredom, yeah.
Their name is literally boredom.
Yeah, the werewolf. But yes, it's vastly more potent than the normal sort of lycanthropy, and I do apologize. It is very difficult to get rid of. I would like to assist, however, and he will be punished for what he's done. But I have some questions, and hopefully you can help me as I help you. The offer is still on the table. You are more than welcome to give me whatever coins you have, and we can strike the deal and be done. But I'm not truly after that. I don't know. We'll speak more of that in a moment. We'll get more into the details in just a moment. Do any of you know anything about standard lycanthropy?
Heard of it? It's
I've
about-
raised my hand slightly.
Regardless of if you wish, how to put this, boredom, as I said before, is going to be punished. There is only one way to break the curse that he has inflicted on you, and it starts with his death. And I mean to see that happen. However, the rest of how to cure it, I will give you the information after we speak a little bit more at length with the other sort of. I have a lapse in some memory, and I hope that you all can explain to me what exactly he said to you to fill in some gaps.
What Boredom said to us?
Yes.
No.
Nope, man.
No,
Get
man.
your notes.
That's rough.
I'm typing up a storm here.
Regarding what?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I asked regarding what?
I mean, we only spoke twice.
Did he tell you why he attacked you?
Okay.
Really?
Well, so
So
we're
refuse to give the coins. About it.
so what happened was we were told that we are crossing to your territory. And told us very little about you. And then that you want us to trade the slivers of divinity that we have, the coins, for our safe passage. And then we said we don't want to do that. And he said, I'm bored, and we'll rough you up basically. And he did say that the prince that you want to make sure we weren't going to give up the charge willingly. Then he hung out by our camp and attacked us in the morning. We took them almost all out. He almost died there. And then as he was running away in fear, he said, come to the entrance of the Underdark near the entrance of the forest for a cure and trade the cure for the shard.
Interesting. All he told me was the bits about the coins. He didn't say anything in particular. However, there is a small lapse in my memory, and it has happened in the past recently. It's been happening more so. And whatever he's said about me wanting these coins seemed to have happened during the lapse. And it's disconcerting because normally they're very, well, I wouldn't say civil individuals, but they don't go attacking people just willy-nilly.
How
How
genuine does she sound with
Yeah.
that?
Go ahead and the
Let's say
two of you make
insight?
insight
Yeah.
checks. Yeah. Be my guest.
Woo!
Ooh, 18 plus 8. 26.
Hey, nice.
Nice.
Nice. Nice.
And Luxon, what did you get? Sorry?
24.
24. Yeah, so the two of you, she at least, written on her face is this blanketing, like, worried expression. She seems to be genuinely concerned with whatever has happened here, and seems to be, at least from what you guys can tell from her facial expressions and her body language, she seems to be very sincere about the whole circumstances.
He did say that you try not to choose violence or whatever, but they will if they have to. So they wanted to ask first about the coin, and then when we said no, then basically, yeah, he hunkered up by where we slept, and then attacked us in the morning.
That
Said bubble.
bubble.
It was a little
You're
weird.
a little low,
hated-
Loki. I don't know if that's just me.
No, she's quiet.
Yeah, she is.
Look,
It was a little weird that he watched us sleep through the bubble.
Well, Boredom and his sort are very nocturnal individuals. It doesn't really surprise me all that much. I do apologize if you lost any sleep due to him observing you and yours.
Just sleep. He's worried.
Right, right, and we will get to that.
how long
I-
ago was your lapse of memory when you started being aggressive?
A couple of days now. I don't I don't know how long they last, and there's no way for me to know specifically. Less than a week, more than a couple of days.
I don't know if it has anything to do with what's going on there.
Would any of you like anything to drink or to eat? Talking about heavy subjects such as this, I could use something a little stiff myself.
I have so many rations I need to get through. So I mean, if you're more than wanting any like dried foods and stuff, I'm more than willing to offer.
We still need those.
We have other food. I have more than enough food. Like it's actually like becoming a weight issue of like the amount of food, but I do
Oh,
not want to
We
waste
still have to
anything.
go to the halfling city and back.
I don't think you realize how much food I have.
I can also produce
Alright.
food, so can Gwen.
Yeah, but that tastes like shit.
No, dear. I'm speaking of cooked food from an
This is cooked
establishment,
food.
maybe.
Gwen helped make like some rations that we have, so like they are really good. But like
The rest of you, please.
I wouldn't mind a bite. Hospitality.
Okay.
That's negotiable.
No offense, I'm just not a trusting individual recently.
Yeah, just not hungry right now.
Gwen ration.
Is that Alex or Kevin?
Yeah, I'm just not hungry.
Well, if you wouldn't mind, I do need a drink. You're free to enjoy if you would like, or
What kind of drink is it? Is it just water or
well, it's whatever he's serving today.
Who?
At the keep.
I don't know what that means.
Neither do I.
Who's keeping
come.
what?
She she stands up and goes to like turn away from you, Ellis, and you notice that the little shelf of light that she was sitting on starts to dim and blink a little bit. And because you guys are perceptive couple of adventurers, you notice that the ones that you're sitting on, yours and Kevin's at least, start to do the same.
I guess we're following.
Rob?
Yeah, I mean Alice is already getting up.
Yeah.
Who's keeping the drinks?
I don't know. He just goes by the keep. I'm not sure.
Oh, that's his name.
She
You're making
kind
it
of-
very hard to stand there stoically without saying anything.
she just
Like I said, it's either makes things worse or better. There's
You
Yeah.
never know.
But yes, if you wouldn't mind following me, as I said, I could use a drink as we talk about some heavier things. I'll give you the information that you need to know about breaking the curse, and see if you can't also help some individuals around here with an issue that they have.
Yes.
Yeah. What are you doing?
because you got an issue because you need attention.
But she almost without, thinking about whether or not you guys are going to follow her, she just kind of starts walking towards the forest.
I'll actually
What's her
try to
pace?
catch
She
up to her.
fast.
I mean, right now she's walking at a very leisurely pace. And again, that same kind of glow to her footsteps is still happening. Whether or not you guys want to hang back and talk a little bit about what's going on, or if you're immediately following, completely up to you. But she seems to be not concerned with what you guys are doing at the moment.
I want to run up to her.
Okay.
We're like, so did you make all them werewolves?
No, but they are kind of under my dominion for the time being.
So like, you're the princess of werewolves?
Not exactly. I am a lunar princess, and one of the things that the lunar goddess dictates over is lycanthropy.
How do you become a princess of a goddess?
I believe you are just born into the role.
Who's the king or queen?
I don't believe there is a queen.
Well, wouldn't there have been a queen in order to make you?
Not in title, at least not that I know of. I have always been the sixth princess. Ever since I was born.
Are there more?
There are, yes. I have 13 other sisters.
So there's 14 princesses?
There are?
I didn't
Is
ask
it
that.
specifically
I asked that.
Luna or of the moon as well?
Are there any prince?
None. Just me and my
Ah.
sisters.
I'll
Is-
ask
is
in
it-
character. Of which
Say again.
moon?
Both.
I like elbow Lux in. I'm like, this is like your thing.
What is your relationship to Saloon?
A good working relationship, I'd say.
Know you of her absence as of late?
That is a very disturbing topic that I'd rather save for after a drink or two, if you don't mind.
Has disturbed me as well. The fuck?
I just imagine that's just Nin walking.
He tripped a little bit.
Ow.
Asshole.
Fuck! Scale got caught in the armor.
Oh.
I ran into a tree, kind of bend the tree a little bit.
She said that the only thing I could think of is the getting caught in the zipper.
Yeah, so
Painful.
any other questions for
I can only
the
imagine.
Mylena as you guys get closer to the forest?
Millennia.
Millennia. God damn it. You guys are only about a half a mile away. So it's only going to be like a very slow, leisurely 10-minute walk.
Do you intend to resurrect after?
You cut off that last
Cutting
bit
out,
there, Mal.
but he's asking if they intend to resurrect boredom.
No. He's broken some rules that he should not have, and he must suffer for them.
Guys, we get what we want.
I have a question. So,
do.
he's special lycanthrope. How did he become special?
I think it just comes with age. There are only 3 others that share his special brand of curse. So it will be a loss for sure, but it must be dealt with
Can you control it? Like the curse?
to an extent.
Is the only way you're
Yes. There are some other steps that must happen after he dies as well.
How do you go about controlling it? Like, let's
Well-
say someone wanted to, and
Insight check, Alice.
Oh, that's a 2.
That's
Yeah,
up to.
you know,
Of an 8.
just out of
oh,
curiosity.
you still beat me! I rolled a 7. I got so excited.
Natural 20.
This one is so like, yeah, that sounds fucking badass. I'll become a werewolf. But you totally get that vibe from her. Yeah, totally.
Well, there are several different variants of lycanthropes.
Mm-hmm.
The werewolves are just one. I do.
Werebear.
I do have some elixirs that you could take that could inflict the curse upon you. I can also help alleviate. Let's back up a little bit here. The first time that an individual undergoes the change of the curse is the worst.
Mhm.
It is the time that you are the most bestial under the curse because, in not so many words, you are cursed with becoming a beast of sorts. And it does grant several physical benefits, but it does take away a little bit of your sanity while you're a beast as well.
Only while.
Correct. And it can be. You can learn to control it to a point where you are yourself the entire time. But that sometimes takes years, especially those of you inflicted with boredom's form of the curse. With it being so potent, it's not something.
I'm looking at Ellis disapprovingly.
Yeah.
I don't see you.
I mean, if you'd like,
You wish
can-
you couldn't see him.
I would absolutely welcome you into the
Negative.
rankings of the lycanthropes. And there are a plethora. Like I said, there's where tigers, where ravens, where boars, where bears, where wolves.
I can become a bear?
You could.
No, you need to infect Bruno with human lycanthropy. Just like in
I
the
want
middle of the
Bruno to
night,
have
they just turn into a dude and it's just-
lycanthropy.
What?
Is that possible? He's
Where
half
am I?
Fey.
What about a warehouse?
Is there were dragon?
There are, yes, quite rare, but yes.
Actual face Ellis is making.
And normal lycanthropy is as simple as taking an elixir to cure or casting a remove curse spell to cure.
What are there like other ways of like you can get afflicted by it?
Being bitten by an individual with the
What about like their blood?
typically no.
Is boredom one of those non-typical ones?
No, boredom's affliction only comes through his bite.
Okay. Good to know.
Throws vial away.
No, that's still Gwen's blood of power.
Wait,
Wait,
I
wait.
thought
How you mixed them?
No, they're
No.
fucking Gwen is a sorcerer.
Yeah.
I was told
Ellis
Her
has
blood
taken
had
various
power.
samples. Yeah.
I have
Right, that's
A
where you
lot
got
of
the
blood.
I have DNA
Hope
from
so.
individuals in this party.
DNA.
Do you have any of mine?
You don't know.
Probably.
I'm
All right.
an out of character.
Probably
Yeah, no.
taking some scales.
Right.
shed.
Some flakings. Yeah.
As often as
That-
I get hit, no, I didn't
It-
shed them. They came off.
If Ellis has ever helped
Shedding
you
a
put
force,
your
right?
armor on or taken it off. All right.
I
so,
have.
but yeah, so she answers your guys' questions about the lycanthropy as you get ever closer to the forest. And this thing's massive. Ellis, I think I touched on this last time, but you having lived in a forest, and those of you from larger cities, so some of the cities have some forest-like areas on the outskirts for lumber and things of that nature. Right. You guys would know just how unnatural it is for there to be this many different species of trees all growing in the same location. Like it's absolutely like obscene how many, like you can't even name all of them.
How many birds do you think die a year hitting the domes around the city?
Probably a lot.
Hey, have you ever seen the Simpsons movie?
But on top of the trees, there's a plethora of flowers. You see different bushes with berries and insects galore.
Almost gone extinct because they're fucking stupid.
The trees themselves, almost half of them are fruit bearing of dozens of different varieties. This including you, Ellis. This area is just teeming with life. More so than any place that you've ever, come in contact with.
I realize how much you fuck over birds out over any other species, right? They can't migrate.
I mean, with how big the world is, only certain cities have the domes over them. It's not like
it would be a forced evolution. That's all it'd be.
Yeah, right. It's not going to be a vast difference. It's just the birds in those given areas might just fly at a higher altitude.
It's different Galapagos Islands type of situation.
The birds in that area have thicker skulls.
Yeah.
Nobody knows why.
Like, right. You dissect them. All of their bones are hollow except for their skulls.
Except for their skulls. They're front heavy as fuck.
Yeah,
their muscles and their
absolutely.
wings are stronger to compensate.
Was that you I said that with? That was like the difference between Kenku and Aarakocra is that their bones are
Yeah.
Yeah.
Talking about core.
Yeah. I'm like, that's just why you can't fly.
So
you're fucking dense.
On
Did all of y'all wish your mothers happy Mother's Day?
Yes.
I said to my stepmom.
Yeah. So
I only say that because I forgot a couple people.
She approaches the forest. And as you guys get about 5 minutes, like half of the distance there, you can see that with how dense the forest is, it would be almost impossible to just like make your way through without, hacking, a path. But just in the direction that she seems to be walking, there seems to be a very small, like 5 foot wide, 10-foot tall path made through the thicket.
Back does the thicket close?
No, in fact, she leads you guys directly to that opening. And as soon as you get into the forest, it's almost pitch black. Like there's so many different types of trees with different heights, and the canopy is just thick. The only light spilling in comes from the area that you walked through to get into the forest itself. So those of you that do not have dark vision cannot see.
I cast light on my armor
unless some form of light is given. Mylena here, she herself gives off this very faint white, like pure white light, very like candle light. Like it barely touches from one side of the 5 foot gap to the other, but it is there. Same with her footsteps, that little glow that she gives off, all gives off this very faint light. So she at least is a little beacon before you cast your light spell. But you cast your light spell, lights it up. Gwen, a little concerned. You look behind you. You get in, a good 30, 40, 50 feet. You glance back, and nothing seems to be closing in on you guys. It seems to be left open.
Wouldn't be the first time.
Right, exactly.
I'm going to walk out, and it's going to be 300 years later.
300 years in the future. But she, without turning back to all of you, she says, "It's not far now. Is there any last minutes personal questions you would like to ask? There might be a couple of patrons at the establishment that you might not want to say things in front of. Though all I have to say, they should know at least a bit of. So I'm not really concerned."
I don't really have any stuff that I wouldn't.
I will want to ask about on Saloon. Anything?
Uh, uh, that is something at least most of the individuals that could be inside would know a little bit about. So we'll keep that again for after a drink or two, if you don't mind. And with that, she you guys walk another 2 or 3 minutes. It's not that far from the opening. Like you can glance back and you can clearly see it at a distance, but it's still there. But there is a clearing that opens up a little bit, and it's not hugely wide. It's only maybe like 40 feet wide, just enough, have a little bit of room. You don't know how deep it goes because there is this kind of collection of giant dark oak trees that seem to have a building set in them, and they seem to be all connected. There's a good 4 or 5 of them, massively thick, that this building is kind of like woven in, whether by magic or otherwise. It seems to be growing from or made out of the giant, trunks of these massive dark oak trees. And off to the side, you see Boredom, unconscious, chained by this white metal that seems to be sticking in and looped around several of these giant, massive trees, leading to manacles and a collar. And as you guys get a little bit, a few feet into this clearing, you can see that the collar and the manacles have spikes on the inside, biting into his flesh. And again, he is unconscious, but there definitely seems to be like some blood running down like his arms where he is manacled, and you see a little bit like flaked at his neck and whatnot. And she gives him like this the briefest of looks. You see her shake her head at him before kind of walking up to the this door of this establishment. And actually, Ellis, you speak Sylvan, correct?
I do.
Yes. So there's no
Primary.
sign or there's no signage. There's no sign or anything, but kind of carved into the bark above the building, if you can call it that, is the words "Fey and Fair."
So fair and fair.
Why not?
I'll ask her and go, is Sylvan the primary language here?
Typically, yes. There is, I believe, some a Fey crossing very close by. So many Fey or Fey-like creatures inhabit these woods.
Oh my gosh, that makes things so much easier.
So she steps up to the door and she opens it up.
Just kind of
And in
whisper to
what?
as like, wait, there's face stuff. Do we have to be careful about things?
Are you whispering that to her or Ellis?
Typically with Fae, you don't want to say your names or trade anything with them. Though, I don't know because like Cachet was slightly different, but like Fae can't lie, but they're tricky.
Can't or don't?
Well, I didn't even know you heard that with your perceptions.
Fuck you, I actually had good perceptions.
I
Wisdom
disagree.
Um, so as she opens the door to the establishment, it opens up into a very nice looking kind of tavern-esque area, although rather small. There's only about a dozen smallish tables in here, and there are a few individuals. Ellis, you would probably be the only one to notice specifically that there are 4 Eladrin elves sitting at a table to themselves. They have like a very large platter of like edible flowers, and they're drinking this very
Every flower's edible
bright.
once.
Well, to a point. But they're drinking this almost. You see one of them pour the bright green, very viscous, almost honey-like substance into some mugs that they're drinking out of.
Just once, I want to like walk in a bar, see an elf, and they just have like the biggest slop like of food in front of them.
Just meat, grease,
meat, potatoes mixed together, gravy, just.
But
That wasn't proper at all. Never.
Other than them, there is a centaur, which very rare in the world. I would say that Luxon would probably have seen at least 1 or 2. Ellis, because of where you're from, and maybe Gwen. The other, the Nin and Kevin, you guys would be like, the fuck is that? They are sitting in almost like full armor made out of bark, with their helmet off, chilling on the table next to them.
Now, does their armor protect their horse half as well?
It's like a horse barding. Like
how are they
armor.
sitting?
The gaming market
so
fall.
they are.
Does their barding have a
standing up,
saddle?
but one of their legs is bandaged and kind of up, resting on a stool.
So I didn't know if it was like sitting like a dog type thing or like.
No, they're like standing up, upright.
They just have a couch over
Yeah.
there.
Yeah, and they are drinking from the largest motherfucking tankard made out of this purple wood that you've ever
me
seen. almost.
Gwen size.
Gwen could probably sit in it like a jacuzzi.
Does their barding have a saddle?
It does not, no.
I like to imagine now some weird bar where instead of like the fancy umbrella, they give you a big ass cup you can drink out of while there's a stripper in the cup. You have to drink more to reveal it.
Ellis, you would be
then
the
you get
only
AIDS.
person to recognize the next individual, but you see a Herongon sitting at a far
I
corner.
don't even know
in
what that
your
is
room.
out of character. I don't remember.
Rabbit person.
Rabbit folk.
Ah.
And then behind the bar is this very old, very grumpy looking satyr. Their hair is this brownish reddish color, but it's specked with a good amount of gray. He seems to be rather old. His horns are filed, very short and rounded. And when you guys all walk in, everybody looks to you guys, and all of them kind of bow to Mylena. But they don't say anything. They just a very, a very quiet bow around the room, except for the satyr at the bar. and they all go back to eating their food, drinking their drinks.
Kevin, they're bowing at you.
The only chatter in this room is coming from the 4 Eladrins that are sitting together.
Are they one of each season? Or are they all like
one of each season? Yep. But they sorry, and it's just random chit chat, nothing significant enough to make note of.
What language is it?
Sylvan. It is in
Okay.
Sylvan.
I have 1/5 of a knowledge.
Yes, you catch a few words here and there and a few phrases.
And
oh, tree! I understand that one.
I'm playing a satyr in Moon's game, and he calls Elvish bastard Sylvan.
Elvish bastard.
Okay.
And I just love it.
All right. So she sits down. The Lunar Princess sits down at a table, and she pulls a couple of chairs from a couple of the tables nearby, all to circle a very small table that should not be able to fit you guys all around it, but you can all squeeze. And she motions for you guys to sit.
It's the same. We're like,
and then the Minotaur. But yeah, she motions for you guys to all take some seats.
We do not fit in normal fucking tables.
No, like yeah, I think Nin has a tail, so he's got to worry about that. He's in armor. At least he's not like ghoul size. Great. But yeah, you know, pulling you guys can pull a couple of tables together. You can make it work. Like I said, the room has about a dozen tables in here, and there's only 3 or 4 groups or individuals.
I'll go grab another table, pick it up, and bring it over.
Okay.
So, as you do so, she sits down, and again, she motions for you guys to all join her. The table that she sits seems to be almost grown out of living wood, and there's a part in the middle where the wood recedes and little menus pop up out of the middle of the tables.
Just write that down.
Yeah.
They're pretty extensive, at least when it comes to drinks. Not many food options, but you know, basic types of liquor. You know, whiskeys and gins and vodkas.
Does it have a particular?
5 minutes, 2 minutes.
No, every liquor or alcoholic beverage has at least one price next to them. But you look at a few of them, and they're all like different sizes. Like one of them says that it gets sold by the gallon or by the mug. The other one says by the gourd. The other one says by the bottle. Like it's just, you know, the pricing is very different depending on the drink that you look at. So I have a plethora of things, but the Lunar Princess, she does not take one, but she says, "Feel free to get anything you want. It is on me, for at least the duration of our discussion."
All of these look so different.
I'll take a gourd of vodka.
I like how they were like, I don't trust you. I'm not gonna take a drink. There's alcohol involved. And...
I'm not drinking, so.
Hey,
I didn't say I wouldn't drink. I was all for the drink.
I've said 3 lines this entire time.
I'm not drinking.
I'm the only one who said I'm.
No, I said I was drinking.
Right. So the table, does it seem like it's still like alive?
It does seem like it's like living wood.
Well, how did they rip the table out of the ground?
What's that?
Did they rip the other table out of the ground then?
So when you lifted the table up, it did seem to be attached, but it's very little give before the roots kind of break off.
Just
and
kill the table.
When you set it back down, you can hear the roots kind of attaching themselves to the ground.
So cool.
I love the DM immediately going, please don't do that. Please don't
Please
do that.
don't. Ah.
So what would happen, theoretically, if I were to cast Speak with Plants?
Yeah.
Only one way to find out.
Only one way to find out.
I'm a table.
It just starts humming a bunch of bar songs.
I'm gonna wait a sec because this might be important stuff, and I don't need a million things yelling at me.
Yeah, probably.
It is 90% chance that is going to happen, where I'm going to then try to speak to the tables.
I
Oh, if these walls can talk. Oh, they can.
I saw the DM fear in the face.
It's like, oh, I'll have to do that. Ugh.
But it's my purpose.
Or a table.
all right.
She kind of as she sits down and everybody gets situated, the menus pop up. Whether or not you guys grab them and look at them, she looks over at the satyr behind the bar area. She goes, Keep, could I please have a bottle of Naluki, please? And he kind of just nods in her general direction, doesn't say anything. But yes, feel free to get whatever you guys like. Again, it's on me if you feel like eating. I know you have your rations, but if you would like to try some
Not rats.
regular food, feel free.
What's a butterfly steak?
Yeah, right.
Love.
What's
Not
cow?
immune to poison yet,
Did you say you're not immune to poison yet?
Is it in
but I can
common,
cure it. So
or is it in silver?
It is in Sylvan.
Never mind.
I'm just looking it over, just like
Yeah.
I just
So-
kind of like
I grab it. Look,
Alice?
this is completely worthless. Put it back.
If you try to speak to the
Alice.
table, would it speak in a language you know, or would it speak in a language tables?
well, the table speaks fucking plant.
But the satyr brings over this like dark reddish liquid bottle, unlabeled, puts it down, and she gives him 2 platinum pieces. And he just kind of nods and she takes it.
okay.
Can I have
Um,
something strong and flavorful, please?
are you saying that to her or to the satyr as he comes over?
To the satyr.
He tugs at his red and white beard a little bit, and then he just nods in your direction without saying anything.
Bro wants one of them girly drinks,
Mhm.
just strong in flavor.
Yes.
Oh, this is
Yeah.
fruity.
Hey, personally, I love that shit. It's either whiskey or fucking the fruitiest drink I can find.
So she taps on the table twice, and a goblet kind of forms out of the living wood. She picks it up.
I heard goblin.
Sex pants.
Very.
No, it's
Sexy pants.
the brother sexy pants.
Yeah, sexy pants, his brother.
Ah, so much pain.
Why? I'm covered in splinters.
But he, after a minute or two, he pulls out this. Think of like an old like moonshine bottle of. It's like a gallon size. It's just very dark ale, and he hands it to you. He just kind of gives you a nod. It's very, very thick and strong stout.
Can I have
Yeah.
some?
Mm.
And something savory to eat. Sorry, I can't really.
So he goes to go behind the bar, but she kind of waves him off, and she taps the table once, and a little shot glass appears, and she actually pours from her bottle, and she slides it over to you, Gwen. She says, it's a fruit liqueur from the north.
North of what?
Here,
What's north of here?
more lands.
There's more information than we had. The ocean is not to the north, guys.
Yes.
What's going on?
There is no ocean north.
There's not an ocean to the north. We know that now.
At least directly north. Yeah, but Gwen, roll a d4 for me.
A D4. Okay.
Yep.
Dice.
The blue one.
The blue one.
When's not the blue? 4.
4. So you get 6 points of temporary health. And it is very, very sweet. It's kind of a mixture of fruits. You can't quite put your finger on what it is. As you kind of like focus on one flavor, you're like, is that pineapple? It like changes in your mouth to something different.
No, it's passion fruit.
Is that
I
the
know, right?
prettiest thing you have? Or like the sweetest thing? I really like sweet.
The satyr from like halfway across the bar just looks at you. No.
I'll ask in Sylvan, what's the sweetest thing you have?
I don't know, probably some elf shit.
Can I have that?
He just shrugs.
A big old thing of elf shit. It's in Sylvan. You don't know what the fuck I'm saying.
You hear elf and
I
word you
heard-
don't know. Yeah.
I'm sure one of the first things that gets taught in any language are swear words. So
I would like to think that Gwen like understands all of it, but she doesn't think that like she's like, oh, that must be like that must mean something else.
Yeah, that must be.
yeah, of course.
Yeah. I'm like, I'll have some of the elf shit. Sweetest thing you have.
So he pulls out this very, very small bottle. It looks like it's only good for maybe a glass and a half or 2 glasses of this bright orange. And it's so opaque that you can't see through it completely. The lunar princess, she kind of like raises like an eyebrow and looks at you, but you know she's already said she's gonna pay for it. So
I also
You
know
just got the most
She-
expensive thing on the menu.
I just
she
better
slides
quickly.
over 12 platinum pieces. For this little like tall skinny bottle of
Yeah,
orange.
he heads over. I'm like, that's not very big. I could probably do like 8 of these.
I see the 12 platinum. No.
How much did she pay for mine?
She put down yours was just a gallon. It was two gold pieces. For your
Okay.
Two
dark
gold
drink.
still.
Yeah.
That's amount.
Yeah.
But 12 platinum, a cup and a half.
Yeah, and
Either that's going to kill her, or it's made with literally golden dragon shit.
yeah, Ellis, as you
I
taste
take a
it,
fat swig.
it is this it's orange in flavor, but it tastes
Which I've never
like
had.
the most
Shit tastes
concentrated
orange.
it tastes like the most concentrated orange you've ever had in your existence.
So,
Just so you know, he's talking about the color,
So
not the fruit.
this yeah
Yeah, it was
like
the color.
like you could probably pour this out into a keg and then add water to it and it would taste like orange juice. That's how concentrated it is. But it is extremely sweet, like to the point where like you kind of get that pucker like feeling behind your
Yeah, I
jaws.
Good. That's good.
Yeah, and you don't taste any alcohol whatsoever. But what's your Constitution saving throw?
I was about to say.
It is +1, but I have advantage on poisons. I'm resistant to poisons.
Well,
I was
you
about
cannot
to-
pass.
I was gonna look I was gonna look at the queen and say, how strong is that?
So Ellis, you take this pretty deep swig of this little bottle,
Yeah.
and you guys
Tiny.
all see where like a normal person gets like kind of red eyes. You see the veins of her eyes turn orange as it looks like she's bloodshot with orange. But you definitely feel a little not lightheaded, but you have that airy feeling.
Yeah. I'm
yeah.
loosey goosey.
Yeah, you're loosey goosey. Yeah, very
I'm
potent.
gonna look at the queen and say, how strong was that drink?
Is there even any alcohol in this?
Oh no!
Can I try some of that?
Do you like sweet? I feel like you don't like sweet.
Or would I like sweet?
Okay.
I think we need
I have a +4.
You also cannot pass.
Is that a Constitution saving throw or just?
That is a
moderate?
Constitution saving throw.
I got a
Gwen
+8.
is possibly the only one that can.
Gwen can pass. Can, yes. But yeah, so same thing
Okay, well,
happens.
it's higher than 24, so
If Nin, you take a little swig, you guys see the veins of his eyes turn this very vibrant orange. And Alice, the more you drink, the more the sclera of your eye just turn orange.
Yeah. So I'm just like having a conversation. I'm just a fucking
Yeah,
orange
yeah.
eyed.
Yeah.
That is not for me. Can I go back to my?
No, I like it.
gallon?
It's super sweet. I mean, and I don't think they put any alcohol in here though. But
That I've actually had that on a few occasions, and I usually only save it for the times I really want to not remember the night. So enjoy.
oh,
Oh,
I can usually cure that. I'll deal with it later.
So yeah.
As a more seasoned drinker, can I tell the effects that it's having on me?
Well, you can look at Alice and see her eyes are fucking orange.
It just like you take like a mouthful of this Nin, and you already feel like buzzed. And you're a pretty hardy individual, like a heavy drinker
I
if you
flag
want
my
to
little
be,
shot
and
glass
it
over.
just hits you. Yeah.
it's gone. I'm sorry.
Oh,
I can't have everyone on that. I can't be the one here. The only one.
You want to order another one? Alice?
I don't think I had any alcohol in it.
But yeah, Gwen, you asked for something savory. The satyr comes back a minute later and brings out this kind of like a pot pie, but it has the crust, so you can't tell what's in it. It just puts it in front of you. It's massive. It's like the size of your head. And she's just like, just open a tab. It's probably gonna be, a time. And
She's too lucky.
Let's bankrupt a god, people.
Kevin, are you getting anything to eat or drink, or are you just sitting listening to the conversation?
I'm honestly a little wary. I don't trust them. They won my coins.
Yeah, absolutely.
Doesn't matter.
I am going to eat some
I
rations.
don't trust them, and I'm
Eat some
one of
rations?
the last people sober.
I am gonna snack on some rations. Just keep an eye on
And-
the party.
I've only
Luxon-
had one drink.
Luxon as well is not partaking in any alcoholic beverages, right?
If you guys
They
turn
were
to
drinking, thinking, "Oh, I can't get drunk from one drink. I'll be fine." And
I'll
like,
let you guys
Lame.
know. If you wake up as pigs, I will eat you.
I'm sorry.
Ellis is, and then Ellis is wandering around like, "Woo!"
Oh, I know
Yeah.
it's a little late for the rolls, but anybody maybe pass with my +4?
Oh.
Yeah, you gave an.
I could have rolled a 28.
I was gonna
So-
say, with that, Nin can pass.
What about 25?
You know, that's just barely enough
Nat
to pass
20?
if you roll
Roll a
that 20.
d20.
You guys
Let's
want to
see.
try?
I have advantage. All right, I'm gonna try it.
Yeah.
Fuck
I'm gonna
it.
use
Yeah,
the party
that's what you give
inspiration.
advantage.
Okay.
What
Yeah.
the Why?
That fucking 20.
I rolled a natural 1 and a natural 3. I'm fucked.
Natural fucking 20.
I
Nice.
can cure that. What you just used party inspiration for, I can cure 9 times every short rest.
Hold on. We
Yeah.
don't know if it's
But I find it
regular.
funny.
It might be some
So-
magical shit like the werewolf stuff.
Nin, you're like just on the edge of becoming buzzed off of that one mouthful, but it is not enough to get you there. It's potent.
Nin has
I'm starting
seen
to eat this
I
stuff.
can be a decent drinker. I have
Yes.
gone competition.
Yeah.
But I'm very fucked right now.
Oh yeah.
I rolled a natural 1 and a natural 3 with advantage. So
It's only because I saw how much of an effect that it had on you that I even wanted to try it at all.
Yeah. But
Chocolate, peanut butter, and banana frozen.
so, yeah. After everybody gets drinks, and she has like 2 cupfuls of her, deep red liqueur, the fruity drink. And she does refill your little shot glass every now and again, Glenn. But because you rolled max on your temp health, you're good. But you can see her posture kind of like become more casual, as she gets, 2 cups in, and she kind of relaxes a little bit. You can see the stiffness, like the stiff backed, noble posture kind of, it recedes just a smidgen. All right. So where to start? Do you want to know about breaking the curse first? You had some questions about the moon goddess. Did you want to know about the problem the individuals here are having?
We'll start with the curse before she gets drunk. Point at Glenn.
Jeez, I am doing very.
I
Fine.
think he meant the princess.
No, I was pointing at Glenn.
Oh,
Um,
It only takes one nat 1. Or excuse me, nat 2. Halflings.
Definitely.
yeah, or 2 nat ones.
And that
Or
one.
2 nat 1s.
so what are you asking for first? Sorry.
The details
moon.
of the curse.
So the curse is very, very difficult to get rid of. Even after I kill boredom, you will have to wait. You will have to wait until the night of full moon before you can cast Remove Curse. And even then, your willpower needs to be very strong to fight it off.
Oh no.
I'm actually pretty good with that, but
And once you break the curse, it is so. It's hard to explain. It's so embedded in your person that you will feel some after effects of having it removed. It's usually in the form of some sort of exhaustion.
Mm.
However, again, it is relatively difficult to break the curse, even at the night of the full moon. However, because boredom will be deceased, if for whatever reason You cannot break it on the night of the full moon. You can wait for the next one, and it's not something that you can only try one time. It's just difficult.
Doesn't pass. We cannot.
No, you would just have to wait for the next full moon. That's all. It's just the only time that
I
the
think she
curse can
meant
be
boredom.
removed.
Wait. What if
If
he?
boredom doesn't die.
What
Yeah.
if he dies and it's not a full moon? You can't kill him
Correct.
again. That means you can't break.
I mean, him being dead isn't like a check mark for that night. It's just he's dead. We can try.
Correct. Unfortunately, each individual that he has applied the curse to, and there have been a number in the past.
Excellent.
That the curse itself is impossible to remove without him first losing his life.
I thought I was muted.
At least to my knowledge.
Side chat.
What was the? We're waiting for this something bad to happen on the full moon, right?
The waxing, I think it was.
No, it was either full or new. I don't remember which.
We had to get there before they transformed. That's all I remember.
Well,
I had another
got
thing
it.
for the waxing moon. We
No,
had two
man.
things.
What
We had
fucked
two
up with
things,
the moon?
remember?
I don't know. There's a lot of moon shit. It's been a long time.
It's so the first thing that you guys are waiting for is the full moon.
And that's
You guys
the
are-
warning from, was that Gwyn's God or from PBJ?
Gwen's God both gave one, and PBJ as well.
PBJ gave one for a waxing or waning moon. I couldn't remember which.
Well, regardless, the thing that you guys are first looking for is the full moon, because that's coming in the next like less than a week now, a couple of days.
Have
Like
had
3 or 4 days.
warning
Yeah.
as of late about something bad happening at the next full moon
Right,
from
and
high
that
powers.
kind of ties into the moon goddess missing at the moment.
Soon. Wanted to
And
ask.
it's not really missing. She and by proxy her avatar are currently dealing with some extraplanar magic that someone tried to bring onto the material plane, and they're attempting to deal with it on their own.
Bring on to
I'm actually not sure. But while they're away dealing with that,
Nanu out there just fucking slaughtering some gith.
yeah, right. While they're dealing with that, the Fey aspect has stepped in. Moonbow, I forget her name out of character at the moment. But you guys have heard that she has been kind of
yeah,
stepping
we
in
heard
for
that the
Saloon.
Avatar had been answering
Yeah.
prayers.
The Fey aspect.
The Fey aspect, yes.
Yeah,
Was
let
it
me.
I thought it was Avatar.
No.
Moonbow.
Respond her Fey aspect has been taken over. We
Fey
did not
aspect,
actually
okay.
get a name.
Yeah, it's
Yeah, this is the first time we've heard.
I would say
the
Ellis
name.
would know.
I thought we did get a name, didn't we?
It's of Saloon, I might know.
Yeah,
It's
Sehanine Moonbow.
That sure is a name.
Yeah, it helps.
Elves.
how you spell that?
And SEHANINE. And they are the Fey aspect of Saloon. I would say that Ellis would probably know that pretty readily.
Would I? Because I didn't know who Saloon was.
You know that is fair. Probably not then.
It is
But you
Fey
know,
that
honestly,
I would
like-
know.
Right.
even like you're saying like, oh, I know like carrying and stuff like that. I may have known of them. This is the first time I've ever seen them.
It's
Right.
like two Fae
Yeah.
that I wouldn't know. Make
Roll a
check.
religion check for me.
Religion. Oh boy.
Yeah, you know.
10.
10. No.
Okay.
Yeah. But you
10
know,
plus 0 is 10.
by proxy of the phrase aspect, you know that it's just another
A person
face
they like.
of Saloon. No.
They're-
Aspect means like they're a part of them. It's like another
okay.
face of the god or goddess.
It's like how I have the.
I get aspect.
These
and
were the
avatar mixed
aspects
up a lot.
of happiness or whatever.
Yeah. So Avatar is like a mortal puppet that their powers are channeled through to affect the material plane because they can't fully materialize there. And aspect is just another form of them, basically.
Okay.
It's part of them.
Yeah. So
It's a clone.
it's like the Roman and Greek gods. They're aspects of one another.
No.
Yes, they are. That is exactly what it is. Jupiter and Zeus are aspects of one another.
Are they?
Absolutely. Yes.
The bold of you to assume I knew that.
Yeah. But
Just one's hornier than the other.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, Jupiter.
Jupiter.
It's like
But yeah, so regardless, she says,
By far.
you can only break the curse on the nights
Jupiter's just
of
not
full
horny
moon.
for humans, so we don't
Yeah.
know.
Wait for anything.
So,
Yeah. Deep conversations happening, and Elsa's over there
know.
talking to fucking tables because she's drunk and she hasn't even cast the spell yet.
I'm keeping a very close eye on Alice, like, gotta make sure she is.
She thinks she cast a spell.
so
Can you feel your face, Ellis?
it
Huh?
feels like orange.
Ellis, is your hand bigger than your face?
Bruno smacks it.
Oh,
So
Does Bruno get anything to drink?
Oh fuck yeah.
mighty
Yeah.
whack.
Yeah.
Oh no. Oh no.
what does Bruno drink?
Bruno drinks straight
No.
vodka.
Great vodka. Jesus Christ.
A vodka
They just put like a little muzzle
No,
thing on it so
honestly-
we can just.
Honey mead. Honey mead.
Honey meads.
Yeah.
There.
If we get into a high-speed chase and we get pulled over by the cops, is Bruno technically driving drunk?
Running drunk. I mean, drunken
So,
public is illegal.
hold on.
in a lot
So
of
This is
places.
this is a
when actually,
very important question. When you ask for mead for Bruno, how do you phrase what you're asking for Bruno?
Oh, and Bruno wants honey mead. That's all I say.
Good.
In
Okay.
Elvish or Common?
I'm
Sylvan.
Sylvan.
In Sylvan.
Yeah. So
option C.
he would be brought just like a pitcher of a pretty standard.
I absolutely
say-
then bring it
They
to
say
and-
honey and Sylvan, and I just in Elvish here, bee goose.
Be coom.
A bee goose. I forgot about
No,
that.
it's-
It's been so
Let's
long.
be honest.
I
Let's be
know.
honest here. It's flower throw.
Yes. So,
Uh,
with the aura 12.
How does he have such a high base? God dang.
he's proficient in everything.
Efficient.
With your aura, he has plus 10.
So, she says, kind of the same avenue of Saloon going missing and them tackling whatever it is trying to get into the material plane. I'm having these lapses of memory, and I believe that they are linked, but I'm not sure how. I'm not sure why, but they are definitely happening. And I'm worried that I'm not myself when they're happening. From what Boredom is saying, and what you have all correctly also stated from his words, is that I told him to claim your coins for me, and you can pass through our territory. I would absolutely not do that normally, but I am afraid that in this lapse, I might have said something.
Do you think it could have been a corruption?
I'm
I'll
not
check the
sure.
corruption dependent.
Or
Nothing.
I
and
don't think it's a corrupt.
also corruption, I might be wrong.
Do you still want the coins?
Well, I'm
Actually, can't you explain what the coins are? I'm still kind of
Let
iffy
me-
about
I
that.
mean, we kind of know
Let
what
me-
they are.
Let me first ask you this. What exactly are you doing with them, and where are you going?
Yeah,
Like,
with
what-
them, not really
Ru-
sure. We've had a couple thrown at us by.
Several
Can't say.
individuals.
Can't say. I wish I could. Physically cannot. And we're trying to make our way to the Wind Dynasty to get resources.
As of what we're doing with them right now, I'm hiding them in my bags.
Why are you hiding? Well, I guess that makes sense.
Food attacked over them.
Right. Sorry about that.
It's okay.
I'm
Right,
disposing
so-
of them.
As far as I'm aware, there is an individual here in the woods, the forest, that can take you over to the Wind Dynasty, which is actually part of what I have to ask you. However-
disarray.
Are you still looking to go over, or are you trying to avoid it now?
We're a bit on the closer to desperate end resources. So
We still need to at least check it. But
Well,
you said that aligns with what you asked.
Correct. It you fought off Boredom, who is the strongest individual in 200 miles of this forest.
Wrong. We are.
Well, that is precisely why I'm going to ask what I'm going to ask. You can absolutely help, and if you do, either myself or the Druid of the Forest can take you over to the Wind Dynasty, or you can. The offer is still on the table. I will be more than happy to trade those coins, as he is not wrong in one aspect. I could use them to bolster my strength. And if you choose to do so, I can just take you over to the Wind Dynasty now. I
What?
personally would like for you to help these individuals, but you don't necessarily
what is
have to.
the issue we are facing?
And I would say probably not Ellis, because Ellis is pretty drunk at the moment.
I'm fucked.
But Luxon and maybe Nin. Nin's, a little bit perceptive. As the topic of the conversation has kind of shifted to like what these people want, you see that everybody in the room is now kind of like glancing in your guys' direction.
What about
Um,
even the what centaurs?
Yeah,
are-
so there's the armored centaur, the 4 eladrins, and the Herongon.
The what?
The rabbit folk.
person.
Oh,
Yeah, all looking at you guys currently.
Are they like
Um,
obviously looking or just side-eye?
Oh yeah. As soon as the topic of the conversation is switched to like helping whatever it is that they're going to ask you guys, they're all looking.
Hey, bro, don't look behind you, but
Yes.
Okay.
So there is an archdruid of the forest here that is missing. I don't know the specific details, and I believe the keep here could more directly tell you what is going on. And you see from behind the bar, the satyr kind of like gives a nod and kind of like, saunters on over to your guys' table. It doesn't take a seat or anything.
Is Ellis still at the table, or is she wandering?
I'm still here. I'm like sitting in the chair, just like.
Do you ask for any more?
Yeah, I didn't have any alcohol in it. I
Oh,
couldn't
wait.
taste any of it.
did
Do you want a
activate the
different
table?
thing that tastes more alcoholic, or do you want the
Give
same
me
thing?
something also super sweet. I want lots of alcohol in this one because the last one didn't have any.
Let's see.
Please,
Version
and
of it.
thank you.
Wait, what were you calling it? You were calling it like
I have to check something.
Roll a D4, Ellis.
Hold on,
See what it gives you.
I am still asking
because
it
it will
all.
be slightly relevant.
I am still asking all on Sylvan, but I do say please and thank you.
Yeah.
2.
2. 1,
I only have to touch them. Cool.
2. Okay. Um.
Does it have to be
Oh.
Willie? Or
No.
God.
No, I'm gonna just with my foot under the table accidentally touch Ellis and cure her poison.
Okay.
Does it work the same? I don't know if it's special alcohol.
If it's special or not.
No, it's not magical any.
Just accidentally.
Yeah.
My eyes just go.
kick
Oh,
you,
no.
just-
Yeah. Yeah. Like instantly, the world just comes into focus. Stops
I just make
swaying.
sure it
I'm
doesn't
just
have to be
like-
with my hands or.
Just remember that gets rid of the poison, not the hangover.
Now you have a headache, Alice.
What's wrong?
Oh, I just dropped some dice.
Oh, I was saying in character.
You're about to
Oh,
bump
okay.
into the
Wait.
show.
So, when you ask for the sweet drink, Ellis, with alcohol, he pulls out like a normal sized bottle of wine, and sets it down, and you, now cured of your alcohol, you would hear this, and so would Luxon, this sigh coming from the princess as she forks over another 8 platinum pieces.
The bartender did that one on purpose. Like before, it's like I want a specific thing, the sweetest thing, and this time it's like I just want something sweet. Good.
Yeah.
If you
I said
so-
sweet with a lot of alcohol because the
Yeah.
last one didn't have any. Like,
And you know what? No, because Ellis.
what's
no.
up?
Never mind. No, this is
I don't know why my head just started hurting.
probably the drink. Drink too
No,
much.
I don't know if that was it.
It probably was. Alcohol does that.
Yeah. But as he like goes to set it down, he like blows off a little dust off the bottle, sets it in front of you.
No one's bought this.
Wait, I thought she opened up a tab. She opened up a tab and still paying?
Yeah, because it's expensive.
Oh, it's more of like a
So
What?
far.
motherfucker.
Ooh.
200 gold just from Ellis.
Yep.
But
The rest of our party, do our drinks even compare?
no, not at all.
Like combined?
No.
I don't think there has to be
Combined,
reached a
the rest of us
platinum
even-
line.
The most expensive thing that has come from the table, other than Alice's drinks, is her own drink,
Like-
which was 20 gold.
Yeah, she is sharing with Gwen, so Gwen
Yeah.
like get a drink,
Yeah,
and Nin got 2 gold of alcohol.
yeah.
And
No
I
one
have
else has gotten anything.
a mysterious
Other
cup
than
It was-
which
yeah,
I've
and-
been eating.
And Nin's was a gallon compared to like these wine bottles. So a gallon of this thick stout for 2 gold.
Mm.
The party
but-
hasn't even gotten a platinum.
Yeah, I don't know. Those are silver. My shit's cheap.
Yeah.
My shit's cheap.
Explain what a platinum is to you.
So-
I don't know if I've ever
Never
had
seen
them.
him. I think.
Yeah, you guys have gotten mostly gold and silver, copper.
Yeah.
The satyr comes over after bringing the couple of extra bottles.
Bruno, you want some?
So the satyr says, Archdruid is missing. He says this in
Common.
common.
Yeah.
In common.
Boo.
Yeah. He assumes that, having Ellis being the only one looking at the menu, and yeah, he just assumes.
It's a good
I speak
assumption.
You
After
are
Sylvan.
druid or
It seems rusty, a little broken.
Okay. So the Archdruid is missing?
Yes.
They have a particular name they go by? Or is it just Archdruid?
Her name is Sylvana.
what race are they?
She is a sprite.
What's the last time they were seen?
Right.
I don't know. But ever since she's been missing, the Guardians are in a frenzy.
What the
Force Guardians.
Oh.
Moving trees.
Ah.
Yes. They, if at all possible, try not to engage. They are very strong. And he kind of like,
Nin?
but he kind of like half looks at the centaur with the busted leg that's bandaged up.
A lot of
Feel free. I don't care.
It's strong. Nobody. Or boredom.
The satyr just kind of shrugs. I don't know who that is. But I don't know where she is or went or what happens. But the other sprites might know.
Quick, find them.
Behind the tavern is another small path you'll need to take and go through 3 different clearings. You're going to want to take the middle path for the first 2 clearings and then take the left path on the final clearing. And it should lead you to the sprite settlements. You'll see little tiny houses built into trees. Currently, there's a sprite named Raquel, and she has taken charge since Sylvana has been missing. Speak with her. If you help, we can give things. I'm a collector of many strange magic objects. I've lived a long time. I've been in the Feywild, here, the Shadowfell, all over. I can offer you a couple of things for you to choose a prize from. I can give you gold. We just want our archdruid back.
What's your
He kind of looks at you and like squints, like glares at you a little bit. You don't need to know that. They call me the Keep. That's all you need to know.
Oh, sorry, I didn't.
I'm the one serving you alcohol. That's all the importance
Oh yeah,
that names
Faye.
go.
That explains the keep.
Apologies. I didn't any that.
Haven't used my name in a long time.
Ask if he's beard, but I'm not that character.
Oh, that would be
Drape?
Drape. Beard. Drape. Um,
All right. Well, I think that or post.
and
No.
Mylena, she pipes in again and she says, "Again, I could just take you to the Wind Dynasty now. It's these people could use your assistance, but it is not your problem to solve."
I also
Morally, it is now.
rather do something good if I can help people out than I.
I do what I want. I want to help.
Fair enough.
Evan, Nin, either of you say no?
I just nod my head.
I
Nin,
will
not
ask
saying
one
shit.
thing though. And I'll say it in Sylvan.
Are you asking the princess or
Yes,
the
the
satyr?
princess.
Okay.
So, do you happen to have any of those vials of like the dragon lycanthropy or the bear?
Oh, the
I think
bear.
that would be like really cool.
She says,
All I hear is bear.
I know, right? She says, the entrance to my personal housing is 2 days away, but I could have it ready for you if you choose. I don't have it on me.
Yeah, I mean, I think that would be so. Like, is there going to be any difference of like how intense that first transformation is, depending on what it is?
If my elixirs help stave it off for the first transformation.
Yeah, I mean, like the coolest. I mean, a dragon would be really cool. What kind of dragon is it?
Fairy dragon.
Yeah. She just kind of shrugs.
It's the roll on table dragon.
Yeah, I
Probably.
think that would be really cool. I think that might help us a bunch if this takes a while. So,
Would any of your companions like to join as well?
the way they've been kind of going about it, I don't think so, because they're trying to get rid of the ones they already have. So,
Well, absolutely. We're always willing to add, especially now that we're going to be losing one of our strongest members.
You are enlisting yourself in the service of someone we are never going to see again.
Absolutely.
I have a question.
Are you asking the princess as she and Ellis are conversing?
Oh, sorry. I thought you guys were done.
No. She says, "Are you sure that you would like the dragon lycanthropy? I see that you have a bear with you."
I just thought the dragon would be really cool. I moved to the Dragonborn city, and there's a bunch of dragons. Those are pretty cool. Now that I've actually met one. But I mean, the bear would be cool. I just,
We met a dragon.
we have met a
The
dragon.
dragon.
Yeah, as I was saying, I've met a dragon.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, I could
We met
like I
the
said,
dragon.
it is 2 days away on foot, but I could have that here tomorrow. I'm rather fast compared to normal foot travel.
Same. Yeah. Yeah. If because it's like midday, right?
Yeah. It's like early afternoon.
Afternoon. Yeah. I mean, if you're able to bring it back, that'd be awesome. Yeah.
All right, I will have that for you as part of your reward.
Okay.
And Nin, you see that their conversation seems to be finished.
I have a question for you.
Kind of, yeah. But
Can I become a were-dragon?
No.
well, you see,
What laws did boredom break? The punishment
He
seems
attacks
hard
them.
for following your orders.
When entering my service, he is not to harm anyone traveling our lands. In fact, if at all possible, they are to guide individuals safely. He knows the rules, regardless of what I said when my mind was compromised. If that truly did happen, they are not the rules that he accepted when he first became a lycanthrope.
And what will your punishment be for breaking those same rules?
She doesn't seem abashed by saying what she does next, but she simply states, I am above the laws.
Fellow adventurer, let's
I'm just gonna sit there for a moment. He needs time to think about that.
Okay. Anyone else?
Can I kill the guy?
Which one?
And he has to get killed for them to get
Boredom.
cured from.
Boredom.
Oh, if you're asking that to her, Kevin, she says, "No, I will take care of that myself."
How,
Um,
when she says something,
Mhm.
how much does that take to
um, roll an insight check.
Oh, I would
You've
like to
seen
as
her.
well.
Yeah, absolutely. You've seen her talk about him, and even the little glance that she gave to him before walking in. She seems. It seems to be affecting her pretty severely, especially with how special that she's made him out to be. But
23.
what'd you get for your insight?
rolled a 19 towards 5?
Nice. And
Nice.
then
23 total.
23.
Nice.
I would say that something about it is bothering her, but after talking with her a little bit and asking a couple of the more pointed questions that you have, you feel like it's more. It more has to do with what he is, and not the fact that it's just someone dying. You
She
think
care
maybe
about the individual. She cares about like his abilities.
right? The fact that he's one of these special werewolves is like she's losing a very like potent follower, and not just
She's losing a bishop on a
Yeah.
chessboard instead of.
Yeah.
And
Right.
being a werewolf sounds so cool, but I just don't think Luxem would fit.
Oh,
Oh, it sounds so cool,
Loki.
Hey,
especially for a
loves
monk.
werewolves.
Oh my god!
if you can get past some of the downsides to lycanthropy, there are some pretty good.
Downside. I haven't heard one single downside.
We
Hey.
haven't heard that many.
I was gonna say,
Uh,
but only while I'm transformed. It's like only a
You say,
little bit
oh,
of it.
transformed, and if you can train, Luxon sat alone and kept himself from going crazy for like a year. He has mental
Did he
fortitude.
keep himself from going
down.
crazy? I don't know. He's pretty
Mostly.
crazy.
Every time a void comes up, he's like,
That's not crazy. That's PTSD.
yeah. But
Which is a
I
real
don't want to
crazy.
do it. I'll do it, but I don't want to.
But ooh, I don't know if Nin fucking trust someone who thinks that they're above their own rules.
yeah.
I will.
I mean,
Um,
I've met
Uh,
gods. I'm fine.
yeah.
with
I
it.
will become the hunter.
the barkeep, he says, if you need to rest before taking on what we ask of you, you can feel free to do so tonight for free.
punchy monk. Terrible claws.
Do obviously you said you use silvers and stuff. I've seen the princess give you a bunch of those. Do you have anyone that trades materials? We have a
platinum.
bunch of materials from creatures we have slayed out in the wild.
That
Two
wasn't
silvers.
silver.
It's not the important part of the question.
That was
Uh,
platinum.
he kind of looks at you
Platinum equals
and he's
10
like-
gold.
he says, what kind of materials? I might.
Oh, well.
Oh god.
You've got
I'll-
200 gold of drink.
I'm in the middle of something else right now. Like, we'll get to that.
There's
later.
more part. Yeah.
So,
I think the rest of
like,
the party is more like, did she think she was spending silvers the whole time?
Luckton's like, oh god, has she thought platinums were silver? Has she spent platinum? Oh,
so
no.
I have these from this like big multi-headed thing, these red dragon
Oh.
scales.
He kind of he puts his hand out. He's like, "Stop." I thought you meant like stones or wood that you needed.
No,
I don't want your junk.
That's what I was asking, if there's anybody around here that uses like parts.
Oh, he racks his brain a little bit.
The archdruid that's missing.
Yeah. He's like, I don't know of anybody that makes things out of those pieces. We
Do you
kind
know
of just
everyone.
live off the land here. More like everyone knows of me.
But so you just might not know someone.
Correct. I can ask for
Yeah.
a fee.
Oh. Well, what kind of fee?
5 gold, and I'll ask every person that comes through the door.
I don't have 5 gold.
I just dig in my pocket and shove 5 gold over to Ellis.
There's another very audible sigh from the princess. Like, this motherfucker just drank 200 gold and doesn't have 5 to her name.
I have 19 silver and 60 copper.
God damn.
What'd you spend everything
go,
on? What
Ellis?
did you
I
Yes.
don't remember.
get? That's worse.
I think
Was
the
it
last thing that
crafting?
you bought was like bulk crafting supplies.
Not even really, because I gathered some resources
Ration
from all the
stuff?
fucking wooden
Wood.
planks.
But they've also have bought a lot of items too, though. So
I
I was gonna say,
don't know.
because you guys just got like a decent chunk of gold before you left the Dragonborn city from
got
like
spent.
selling
We spent
things.
it.
got spent.
all
Okay.
I do know I bought a tattoo.
I'm in debt.
Tattoos.
me.
Yeah. So
I think
collectively, the party owes me
I owe you
Uh,
shit.
not you,
what
I
but
haven't
when you
paid
say
anything.
you don't have the 5 gold, he just kind of shrugs and then just
Yeah.
I just kind of
the
Okay,
party fund
fine,
owes
fine,
me
gold
200 gold.
goes
Lux owes me
away.
170, and Alex owes me 150.
and
I
I'd
got the
say,
party
if
fund
do
owes
that,
you.
Here you go.
Do we,
Yep, the party fund owes me.
we don't have a party fund yet. So your debt's
So,
to
good luck.
nothing because we don't have a party fund.
I think it was we agreed that the next like 200 goes to me first.
Yeah, from the lamp.
I said we shouldn't have bought that lamp.
You did. Right up.
That's
You
Waffle
guys should have
saying
stole
that.
it.
That's Waffle saying that. That's like we should not have bought that fucking lamp.
You guys should have stole it.
I
No,
would've.
that would have encouraged terrible behavior from Ellis.
Oh,
I wasn't
yeah,
there.
right.
You guys could have did it.
I could have done it.
So
We're trying to be good half parents to Alice. Siblings.
It's called a
I don't
role
know.
model.
And
Guardian.
I'm not that much older than her.
Yeah, I
Weird.
live 9 times
I'm
longer than you do.
literally a year older than Ellis.
Yeah,
I'm older, just not by
I'm
much.
the youngest in the party. I'm 22 years old.
I'm
27.
23.
Lucky's
25.
old. He's an old
how
man.
old's Kevin?
He knows music that you're like,
I
what?
feel like he's
What?
Kevin's
already-
like 30. Kevin's like 32.
Excuse
35.
you?
How old are you, Kevin?
Okay, let me rephrase that. How old does Kevin think he is?
He's a young soul.
I don't want to talk about it.
Is that you not knowing how old Kevin thinks he is?
I know how old I am.
It'd be under description, babe.
As he's looking.
Lux's
Alright.
so old, he'll be listening to a song and you'll be like, oh, an old classic. I'm like, I listened to that as a kid.
I'm gonna be honest. I was under the impression Kevin was in his 20s. I'm a little upset that
You're
I'm
like
not.
30. You're like 32.
You're the one that wrote the number.
I thought you said you're like in your
Sorry.
30s something.
Yeah,
He's early
30.
30s.
It feels like I'm in my 20s. Leave me
He's the
alone.
oldest in the party.
Leave me alone.
So the princess, she looks at you all. She says, can I assume that you plan on helping these folk then?
Yeah.
Then I believe our conversation here is done.
Dude, I should have gotten more.
But she immediately stands up, and like the rest of the individuals in the establishment all bow to her once again as she goes to leave.
Why do they keep
Oh,
doing
Or
that?
a polite, half bow.
Why does everyone keep doing that?
Listen,
Buys
Chloe's
drinks here a
loyal.
lot.
But why are they doing that?
Form of respect.
I'm gonna walk over to the.
Oh, I've got so
Let me
much
see
to
that.
teach.
I'm gonna walk over to Scimitar with the busted leg
Okay.
Scimitar?
and
It's
Yeah.
okay.
Snap it even
Sit there.
more.
just.
Take the other hind
Well,
leg.
you know what you're supposed to do to a lame horse, right?
Sorry, but
Fucking just pops with the fucking head.
may I see your leg?
Yeah, she looks at you. She says, "Why?
Can heal.
Roll a persuasion check."
Oh boy, plus
You're no
0.
man of the class. No, you can't.
16.
16. You're not gonna make it worse, are you?
Flex
Rolling that one on your
Ready to
medicine check,
help?
please.
I've got it.
She kind of
boy.
just that motions to the
No,
the leg. that's
Can I
bandaged
come
up
over
on
and
the
see what he's doing and offer
Sure.
assistance? I am proficient, so to give them advantage.
I'm
I
perfect with
wanted to
this.
do that.
I'm going
I won't.
to set it in place and just
You
pump
guys
heal
are all
again.
helping.
I'm not. I'm helping by
Uh,
staying away.
I'll set it
Probably.
into
Probably
proper
for the best.
placement and then just heal. Heal it.
With
Nope.
your physician's touch thing, or
Yeah,
just,
but just
are you
Putting it in place. And
medicine
healing.
check?
Medicine. Okay.
I was
ooh,
gonna use magic.
24. I'm also
24.
using
You
magic.
have
With
advantage. I'm
advantage
offering
because
aid.
you're
With
people
advantage?
are helping.
Lower, but
24.
24 is not
Yeah,
bad.
with all you guys helping, she winces and kind of like sucks in a breath when you put it into place, but it goes the way that you expect. And as you guys are done doing this, you notice that the heron gun has come over and just kind of like bouncing back and forth like in between you guys, like looking to see what you're doing.
I'll just put it in place and throw some healing into it. If it matters, they heal 8 hit points.
Out of
Yeah,
character, do
she
they
doesn't
eat
look
the hair people?
the hair people.
You mean the rabbit people?
Rabbit?
Yeah.
Did you say eat them?
Yeah.
We did.
Sure did. No.
Sure
I hear
did.
I hear their
I'm
feet
sure
are lucky.
somebody eats them out, but
Yeah, their feet are lucky.
Not to them.
I mean, it's lucky they got 2 of them still.
Alright,
But yeah,
it's about
I
as many
mean,
legs as I got.
it goes
Wow.
the way you expect it to go. In that much.
Heal it.
But she kind
I
of
look toward the rest of the party though and just, I'm all for helping them in doing this, but I don't want to help them. I don't want to help the princess in the future. If I can, and I'm making that clear now.
Why?
I don't trust someone that, and I don't want to help someone that won't even follow their own.
Well, if they have a rule that they don't follow the rules, then they're actually following the rules.
I mean,
No.
yeah.
If they're the ones that make the rules, then they can't break the rules if they make the rules. because
One,
they could-
rules do not apply to me.
Can those of you proficient in perception roll a perception check for me?
I'm rolling so many things tonight.
I really should
I'm
add
rolling
some perception.
mediocrely average the entire night or
You
lower.
still have 2 party inspirations, just as a
Oh
What's
yeah, I mean I rolled
Yeah.
a literal average 22.
okay.
19.
19. Anybody else?
Average 22.
I've rolled 2 once and a 3 so far tonight. And then
15.
that was the highest with the 10.
15. I didn't know if Kevin was perceptive or not.
I am
Perception.
as perceptive as I can be.
Ellis,
Yeah.
you'd be the only one to hear.
Oh.
But you hear a kind of a dull thud coming from outside.
Princess tripped.
Is someone knocking on the door?
Not knocking on the door. You just hear like a very loud noise. At least to you, coming from, especially if it penetrated the walls here with how thick they are in the trees. It had to have been loud outside.
Is there a
It's-
window?
It's like a dull thud. There's no window. The only way in or out that you can tell is by the front door.
Can I poke my head out? See what's going on?
You may, if you would like.
Yeah.
Do you say anything to anybody else as you stand up?
I'm
from
just
the
like I'm
table?
still like talking. I'm just like poke my
Yeah.
head out and I'm just kind of like, what was that?
You see the Lunar Princess standing over the body of Boredom with a massive greatsword made out of like white light and his head on the ground.
Oh, right to business.
Right to business.
Hey,
What are you looking at, Ellis?
Dead body.
Oh no, Ellis.
Hey kid, want to see a dead body?
You just put arm in mouth kick.
No, Ellis has more of the powder.
Of the what?
The steep with
Um,
dead powder.
Oh,
So I was trying to fucking remember what her name was. The fucking
Oh,
Lunar princess.
there you go.
Mylena.
there you go. It's right there.
Ooh, what is that? Okay.
Listen, Mylena killed Boredom. Great.
Hey,
Made of
Mylena.
I mean, that can kill boredom fairly easily.
Hey, Mylena.
She
Very fun.
she looks back at you, and there's a very flat look on her face.
I'll be
Like,
right
no
back,
emotion.
guys. Give me 1 sec. I'll run out and go. Hey, If you want to talk to his body at all and see if you can find any information about like what was going on, I have like some powder that you can talk.
What in the world is she just?
I don't. Ellis.
Did we go after her? It's an unknown area.
If you hear a scream within the next 5 minutes,
I'll just make sure the leg's fine. Just give him and I'll just go outside.
She says to you, Ellis, for as much as he broke the rules, I trusted him to answer my questions as sincerely as he could.
Oh.
And I did question him thoroughly before I chained him up.
Mhm.
But thank you.
Okay, no, that's fine. Also,
As she has like this big swash of like blood spattered on her. Very nice.
yeah, it doesn't even phase me.
Yeah, no.
Also, does the bite still work if he's not alive?
I don't believe so.
Okay.
The first step to breaking the curse is with his death. So I've never had anybody ask me that before, but I don't think so.
Let's test it out.
I'm like, if you were trying to like give people that same kind, you still. I mean, I know like that might be whatever, but like if you still had the head and it,
Want to give people
Don't
head?
or
know.
or just the tooth.
I could. Do you want to be infected by his brand of lycanthropy?
He said that one's like super strong, right?
His is what you're infected with is pretty normal.
Oh.
I would say.
But like it would just be like a normal.
Right.
I
just
honestly hope I fail the saves.
it's just rooted extra deeply.
But it's gonna be like. No,
I would say Luxon. At this point, you come out and you see Ellis talking to her with his head
Probably
on the
it's
ground, like
Sylvan,
in
so it's
between.
just-
Yeah.
Yeah, it's Selvin. Yeah, I'm just like, okay.
I mean, if you would like, I can get one of the other individuals.
Well, if it's gonna be the same thing, I think either the bear or the dragon would be like really cool. If it's gonna be like the same type of thing.
I can
'Cause
certainly.
if it's not like a super boosted version, I think just like the bear or the dragon.
Ellis is great. I love it.
so much.
Right. Dragon it is. I'll have that vial for you in the elixir on the morrow.
Awesome. Yeah. Okay.
Clean this up for me. And she like goes to turn to walk away.
So I can do whatever with this.
She doesn't even respond. She's just walking away.
You felt the
Still
fire.
human.
Yeah. He is in human form.
Oh, he's in human form.
Yeah,
No!
he's in human form.
I was hoping it was in wolf form. I was gonna
no.
take the teeth and see if I could
Ooh.
like stab people with it and turn them into
Why?
werewolves.
So his head's on the ground,
Werewolf
but his
population's
body
increasing.
is still
What's going on?
manacled to the trees.
I was gonna take the teeth and try stabbing people with it to see if I can make him werewolf.
What you can do, you can still loot him. He might have stuff on him.
He didn't have shit
Pretty sure he was
beforehand. He didn't have
naked.
shit. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I was like, and I'm like,
I mean, there is now that you're closer, the manacle and the collar that are chains to the tree seem to be made of silver.
All right, they're taking forever. I'm gonna step out.
like a minute. I said I'll be
Yes.
right back. My
You're
God,
also like standing in the bar doing nothing. So
you were dealing with the healing.
we did that already. That's why I'm
Yeah.
outside.
You don't trust me, shit.
No.
We have to go behind the bar.
You were doing that tomorrow.
Were we?
Yeah,
Yeah.
we said we were gonna rest up.
I don't think he offered for you guys to rest up. I don't think he discussed that
We
just
got to
yet.
rest before we walked in here.
Yeah. You're like it's like halfway through the day, so you could
You can get a fresh. Walking through the forest at night is not a good idea. You guys can't see.
some of you can't see.
I can't see. I can see. Thank you very much.
And then you have Nin, just light.
I mean, I can
If
see
it
like
wasn't
it
like,
Nin,
like
it
in
was
the
gonna
like-
be Kevin.
I'll for now. It's a cleanup situation. So for now, like, just don't get blood everywhere. I'll just take his head and throw it in one of the bags.
Yeah, she's like, as soon as he
Thank you.
died, no longer like her problem type of thing.
What? What?
I'm just dragging it by. Like, oh,
Well-
she asked me to clean this up for her.
Well, so he's still like the body is still attached.
Oh,
manacled.
I thought that.
No.
Oh, it's oh, yes. I'll take a knife and I'll just start carving that.
Wait, are you carving
So
the
No, like,
chains out of
if
the
it-
tree or
if
like
it-
his?
No, his wrist.
Okay, okay.
I look towards and I just
Yeah, you
start moving
probably-
up.
I would say that
Then
Luxon is out here for the whole thing, but didn't hear what the conversation like was. I would say that Nin probably walks out as Ellis has cut off one of the arms and is working on the second
I just
one.
go like, what in the nine hells?
Then just
She asked me to help clean up.
And you're making a bigger mess.
But like, it's
the
way easier
blood,
to get it down this way than it is.
saturates the ground. It's fine.
It's way easier to clean up this way. They get
Stop
off the manacles.
desecrating the body.
I mean, I was gonna put it in the woods and bury it. That way, it fertilizes the land.
Love it.
I mean, if you want to do your like thing where you talk over people's bodies, you can. But like, I'm gonna take them into the woods.
Fine. You don't need to chop them up to do so.
Well, there's no locks on those manacles. They're just so. And I'm not gonna cut into a tree. That damage a tree? No.
But I mean, individually, Nin, there's three sections of like 5 feet of silver chain.
They're still linked up to the tree
Yeah.
though. Yeah.
Still
And I'm
linked
like,
up to the
yeah, I
tree.
wasn't gonna hurt the tree at all.
I just go over, look, why grab the chain and
Don't hurt the tree.
Make a strength check because it looks like the chain is like coming out of the tree,
okay.
like it's not anchored into it.
Okay, so it's like pulling a nail out. 15
yeah.
total.
15. Yeah, I would say you go to pull on it, and silver's not like an exceptionally strong metal, so that the link that is half like in the tree, it just breaks at it as you pull it free.
I don't want you to pull it too hard and hurt the tree.
Yeah, he's helping clean up. So
I can't speak with plants.
okay.
All right. DM. That's
Yeah. I'm
fun.
so sorry about my friend. He's very rude. Can I? That way I can get that out of you. Can you drop that piece of silver out of you? That way you're not having to deal with it.
Well, so first off, you cast Speak with Plants, and you just get hit by a cacophony of voices.
Yeah.
Are they all arguing with each other because they don't belong to the same
Gary!
species?
Harry, you fucked my wife.
Get your roots off her.
No.
Let me get some goddamn sunlight, you son of a bitch! Move up
Yeah,
the way!
I was gonna say most of what arguing you hear about are the smaller trees wanting more sunlight from the larger trees, but most of it is just like idle chatter, just
Get your roots out of my bed!
talking to plants about plant things. Like, did you see how much chlorophyll I produced today, Gregory?
Bro, so fucking greened out today.
Yeah.
Yo, did you see that shit earlier? Yes, I was standing right next to you. I haven't moved anywhere my entire life.
But no, this particular tree that you asked to let go of the silver, he says the tree says, "No, what do I look like? I'm a tree. Can't let go of things. I can't even grab things. She put it in me. You take it out.
So it's okay if I pull it out. I just didn't want to hurt you.
It'll grow back."
Okay, I got permission from this tree. I'm so sorry. I'll make sure this try not to hurt too much, and I will like start going into the tree and trying to get the.
So as soon as you touch it, the tree screams. Yeah, just joking with you. Go ahead.
I'm gonna go over to the other one and go,
Yeah.
hey, so I want to make sure the last one just wanted me to like get it out. Like, can you drop out the silver? That way we're not having to carve into you. Are you okay with that?
But I like silver.
It's like relatively the same thing. Like, I don't have the silver.
But I didn't know if you can like push it out of you.
Hey.
Can you push things out of your flesh body?
Yes.
By thinking about it?
I do all the time, yeah.
I can poop.
No, I can't do that.
Okay. Is it okay if I carve into it that way I can get the silver out for you?
Yeah, I guess if you want to.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure with you first.
Why?
I look toward.
Well, you
I
have
look
feelings.
towards. I look towards fucking Luxon, just like. Is she still drunk?
No, definitely not. I fixed that.
Are you sure?
Yes.
But yeah, if a tree could shrug, Ellis,
How
that's
do you
basically
explain
the
that?
feeling
I
you're
touched
getting.
Nin and cure him.
Like, how do you explain that then?
Okay. No, I'll get it out.
Magic is bullshit.
How much silver chain is it?
5 feet,
So the
he said.
pieces, so the pieces that Nin kind of broke off, there's in total 15 feet of chain silver.
Can I see those? Can I see those bits?
Magic is bullshit. That's how I explain it.
And
A collar with spikes on the inside, and then a set of manacles.
And did you say the collar had a little bell that was a pearl worth at least how much?
Nope.
Okay.
But can I see those chains then, Ellis? Those little bits.
Yeah, that's fine.
And I'll start casting mending on them.
You just have chains now.
Hey, silver, completed silver
manacles
chains.
have
You
weight
just have
and
silver.
do you need how much for the spike collar and how much for the chain? That way I can mark.
I would just use the equivalent amount. It's about the same. 2 manacles, 1 collar, about the same.
Okay, so just add like the weight of the manacles will be the same of the chain.
Yeah, as the collar. Yeah.
Okay, that's a collar, and I didn't know if anything about the chain.
How much are manacles?
How heavy are they?
Yeah. Let's look, guys. D&D thing.
6 pounds.
For what? Manacles?
Hefty.
10 feet of chain weighs 10 pounds. So it weighs a pound a foot. Typically.
Maybe silver. So.
I was gonna say for the 15 feet, just put 10 pounds since it's a little lighter than
that's fine.
What a normal like iron chain would be.
I'll just throw it in the bags for now.
Yeah,
that way it's easier. And then the parts I have, and I'll just drag the body out.
Okay. You have the torso, the 2 hands, and then the head.
I have the head in my bag.
Okay.
And then never saw the head.
No.
No. But I mean, there is a head missing from this body.
Where's the head?
It was off when it came out.
Can we just bury this thing? All right.
It needs to be buried with the head.
Yeah, we're getting to it, Nin. Okay, how about you go inside and deal with your thing? She asked me. You said you
I'm going to lay it.
You said you didn't want to help.
They still need their last rites. I'm going to be there for that.
If we can't fight the head, can we revive them so the head grows back and then we can cut him again?
We have the fucking head.
What?
It's in her bag. It was already off. I assumed the queen cut it off.
Yeah.
It's kind of how you execute someone, especially when they're in manacles.
I thought you drowned them.
So
when did Kevin come outside?
I was gonna say, just for my reference, Kevin and Gwen are still inside the tavern, right?
Yeah.
Kevin exists in all spaces when he decides he wants to roleplay.
So actually, while you guys are dealing with the body and burying it, are you burying it? Like, are you going down one of the paths? Or are you trying to like go through the thicket and
I
like
cut through the
just
thicket because
Okay.
I'm not restricted by plant
Right.
life.
right.
I'll follow as best I can.
Okay. Yeah, so it's a little bit more
I go through
difficult
the
for you
thicket
guys.
as well, but just brute strength my way
Yeah.
through. I'm
So-
definitely breaking branches.
You guys basically see Ellis doing like Mission Impossible, like under vines and like moving around shit, and you guys are like having to push through.
I'll just take the
No, screw
vertical
pushing
path
through.
and
I'm
just
just
I'll just
it's
take
too
the
thick for
vertical
that.
path.
The vertical path.
Walk
Alright, so-
up a tree and then just
As you guys like, there's no clearings or anything, so you're just like going out into the forest a little bit, making a little bit of room, digging up, like putting the body in.
Yeah, just-
I'd say none of you have any magic to dig, right? You guys are gonna
Nope.
do you have any tools?
pause.
I have.
What's in it?
Anyone have a shovel?
A piece of wood.
I do.
All right, so
Yeah.
I'd say between the three of you, it'd probably take like 20 minutes to go out,
I
bury
can
the
make a shovel
body.
in 10 minutes.
come back.
That's entirely wood.
So, while the burying is in process,
We need to
you
go
guys,
check
I used the
the
cockatrice
cachet before
beak.
we leave.
the big one,
Yeah.
in the tavern, Kevin,
Uh-huh.
after you see all your friends walk outside and you hear them like chattering a little bit through the walls, but they're
Where
so
is the
Arguing a little
head?
bit.
it's hard to make out what they're discussing, but you can hear them out there. And after a moment, you kind of notice that standing next to you is this
Yeah.
this humanoid rabbit individual, just kind of like looking you up and down, checking you out.
Humanoid rabbit.
Yes. Not the first time they've been mentioned.
Nope.
Yeah,
nope.
small or medium?
They're a little taller than Gwen, but not by much.
So enough for a family of 4. I don't want to say anything. I don't think I've
Well, that's
seen one.
fine
Have I
because
seen them
they
before?
do.
They freak me
So
out.
yeah, after like as soon as you recognize that this individual is here, and then you make like a conscious effort to not say anything, they immediately pipe up. Like, hey, how are you? Hey, my name's Nigel. What's your name? What are you? I've never seen you before. What are you doing?
I am gonna look at them and get up and move one seat down and sit down.
He hops like right along with you as you go to sit. He's like, are you trying to ignore me? I'm really hard to ignore, I promise you. So you should, you know, I just have a couple of questions. I've never seen your kind before. Her, I've seen before. Yeah, the dragon thing, I've kind of like heard about before. The elf, obviously, I heard before, but not you. Like, what are you? You have horns. You look like a cow. Are you a cow? Cow person? I mean, I'm a rabbit person.
Did they look like they are an adventurer?
No.
Are there other people around me?
The only other individuals in the bar are Gwen on top of Bruno, the centaur, and the 4 elves sitting and chatting amongst themselves at the table.
I cast sleep.
Which, by the
He cast what?
Sleep.
sleep.
Okay.
I love
Okay. At what level?
First, let me make sure I have it on my list.
Uh-huh.
I do.
It's always
I
prepared.
think it's always prepared.
Yep. Second level.
Second level. Okay.
All right.
Roll your
All
dice,
right,
sir. Gwen, how much?
Mhm.
Actually, Kevin, how much health do you have?
That's 78,
Less
right?
than me.
71.
78.
Because so
How much
there,
health does Bruno have?
I was gonna say there is no, because of how close he is to you, Kevin, and the way the establishment is. There's no way that you're hitting him with your spell and not you. How much health do you have, Kevin?
71.
71.
You rolled a 29.
21 or 29.
Yeah.
So you cast sleep with your holy
Begin to get
symbol out.
drowsy.
Sleep. This kind of like very, very thin white mist kind of just spreads out in the area, and nothing happens.
So he has more HP.
Yeah, more
Then-
HP than 29.
Ah.
Every individual in this building has more than 29 HP.
We should start a bar fight.
Yeah.
Good to know.
I was
You
hoping.
didn't even roll that bad. It was
Yeah.
slightly below average, but
It's
But,
average.
not
like,
much.
when you do that, he goes, "Ooh, what was that? I don't recognize that spell. I can cast a couple of things, but not by much."
I
You still haven't really said anything to me. Are you going to answer any of my questions? I'll buy you a drink. How about that?
Order,
I'm gonna take out a
Ellis
ration
had.
and just hand it to the rabbit.
Order a drink, Alice had. Like,
No,
you paid
I'm
for
good.
the
I
drink.
just ate. But you should try some of the food here. It's really, really good. They have a grilled salmon that I really like a lot. But then they also have.
Oh, hey, my
some
friend's
mince-
calling me. I'll be right back. When?
go Gwen, who's right there.
He starts calling. I love how the fact he starts calling Gwen. My friend's calling me college friend.
I'll be back.
Okay.
I was probably just about to talk to Vader and ask about the room. I look around. Yes.
Oh, yeah, I'll be right there.
She's literally like 5 feet away from you.
I'm just get up and scooch over to Gwen.
Yeah, he lets you. Like,
And new friend, haven't you?
And the minute you sit back down, he's like, now I'm just gonna bother you just because it's like a point of pride now. I mean, I really like to talk. It sounds like you don't like to talk, but I'm gonna get you to talk because I think it's kind of funny.
Really
Hey,
hard
how are
to
you?
get him to
No, it's fine. My name is Nigel, by the way. Nice to meet you. Are you Gwen? He called for Gwen. Nice to meet you.
I am Gwen.
You think Bruno eats?
Bruno eat rabbits.
Bruno licks his lips.
Only if Ellis asked you. Would you like a cookie?
You know what? Yeah, I'd like a cookie. I just ate. I can have some dessert.
Oh, I already tried to
go.
put a skull on him. It didn't work.
Excuse me?
What?
What?
As he just starts munching on the cookie.
So, what are you bothering Kevin for?
I don't know. I've never seen his kind of person before, and just had a couple of questions. And yeah, I mean, like I said, he looks like a cow, but with horns, so probably make him a bull, but not a cow. Are you a cow? No. I just asked that. Yeah.
He's more of a minotaur.
Oh, okay. What is that?
It is a bull person.
Excuse you?
Generally, they're found in labyrinth or island.
That is prejudiced.
Am I wrong?
I don't know. I was found in a forest in a cave somewhere.
Hey! Why do you talk to her but not me? That's kind of rude, don't you think? Are you racist towards rabbit folk?
I think I've eaten one of you before.
I mean, so have I. It's not really,
What?
anything new.
I'm weirded out.
You're a very interesting character.
Well, he talked to me at least once. It's fine. What? He kind of like mutters to himself for a minute, but yeah. Like I said, I'll buy you a drink if you tell me a little bit about yourself. Like I said, I like new things, strange things, seeing new things. Yeah, strange things. Minotaur, you say? Bull people. Huh.
Sounds like
You learn
bullshit.
something new every week.
He like
I
Peace,
do
huh?
not.
and meat.
No comment.
No,
He likes
comment.
cow products.
The rabbit folk, Nigel kind of leans in conspiratorially, and he's like, You know, the barkeep here does have several nice variants of cheeses. I could get you some if you like that sort of thing.
I don't trust this. We'll be out of here in a few minutes.
We're
Oh,
gonna be
look, don't be-
sleeping here.
Oh, you're gonna be sleeping here? I have a room downstairs. Are you gonna? How many rooms does he have? I don't even know. It's kind of like hard to figure out how big this place is. It kind of like grows as things happen.
I've noticed that it's a very wonderful bar. I'm very envious.
Oh, it was
I
nice to
wanna
meet
open one
you.
in a day.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
turn around.
Like just put your back to him.
Yeah.
So Gwen, from your vantage point, you can see the rabbit folk that this herring gun kind of like you see. He's definitely thinking about continuing to bug Kevin before he's just like, it's not worth it. And he goes back to his table.
Have a good one, Nigel.
Yeah, you too, Miss Gwen.
Why are you so callous to everyone, Kevin?
No, just the weird ones. I've never seen one of those.
Never seen one of. You were callous when Ellis showed up. In fact, you were very friendly to her.
Ellis isn't weird.
Can both of you make perception checks for me?
Sure. That isn't great. It's a 13 total.
I'd love to mention the fact that while all this is going on, we're literally burying a body in the woods.
Yep.
Be fair, that's acceptable behavior.
Kevin,
I
20.
don't know why I
Yeah.
find that funny. Just like,
what'd you roll?
20.
yeah,
20?
this normal mundane
20?
shit's going on.
Kevin, as Nigel goes back to his table, and you and Gwen start talking again, you see one of the elves in that table of 4 pass a couple of gold pieces over to another one, and they're kind of laughing in your direction, like snickering.
Go beat their asses, Kevin.
They sent the rabbit over.
But I would say that this is probably where the rest of you come back. So what happened with the head? I want to know.
So when we're doing the body and everything, go.
Yeah.
So by the way, if we want to ask any questions, Princess didn't want to, but we can ask. Him some more questions if you want. As I hold up the head.
His price died.
And
I don't have any more questions for him. Be allowed to rest.
Luxin? She was done to talk. I see. I didn't have anything like specific, but like just in case. Okay.
So you're putting the head in the hole?
Yeah.
Yeah, I perform last rites and everything.
Yeah, that's boring. I leave as you're doing that.
So then you guys walk back into the tavern and you hear Kevin talking to Gwen about weird people.
yeah,
Did I hear the Eladrins talking about anything? At least like when we re-enter.
Roll a perception check.
Fuck. 14. I've rolled like shit all
14?
night. Yeah.
No, you I would say you hear 2 of them kind of like giggling to themselves to the group. But other than that, you don't really hear. They've kept to themselves.
I didn't know if anything when we came in at all.
Yeah. So, are you guys staying here for the night?
I think we should.
Yes.
It's already, you guys are gonna have a hard time navigating through the forest. I think
Mhm.
we should go when it is fresh day. That way when you inevitably get lost, we'll have more time.
And
We need to be quick though. So the cachet will do the thing. So watch them for 3 days.
We can always send a message.
You also can, you can just send a message, right?
You say they tend to be very precise with the wording. Would they be
Yeah, it's
willing to
weird. It's weird that
change?
you remember that conversation when I had that with Gwen. But yeah, that is, I
my
have said
bad.
that before. No, it's all okay. Yeah. No, they tend to be very precise. Yeah. It's weird that's the one time you're able to hear things over the sounds of your armor, but yeah, they tend to be very precise.
And they said they'll watch for 3 days.
And then they said if they die, they'll take their soul. I mean, it doesn't mean that the cache might not kill them, but it's a if he dies.
I'm gonna go. And then I'm gonna start walking back toward the caches area.
And this is gonna
You're
be
gonna
on the
walk through
tab,
the
right?
forest. It's gonna be nighttime, and you're gonna be all alone.
And this is on the tab that was left open by No.
It's gonna take a couple of hours to get to the cache.
Yep.
It's gonna be dark, and I think you might get attacked out there.
Well then,
So you'd rather go alone, or maybe that someone
I don't
when
trust
we
the
can
cache.
100% help people. I don't understand your sense of honor.
Well, also, you going out there doesn't change the fact that the cache said 3 days. You going out there, it's not like it refreshes it necessarily.
We can bring them here and have them rest.
Maybe we should check to make sure they're okay with an undead person just walking around because, they're dead.
Fair point.
Because, like,
What's
that's
his
like.
name?
Inquire about room.
Fuck, what was it? Fort now.
Fortnite.
Fuck you. Out of character. I'm trying to remember his name.
Oh, fuck.
Who?
The satyr.
Oh, the
Keep?
satyr?
The keep. Yeah.
Keep, yeah. I thought you were asking for the necromancer's name.
How do you guys feel about undead?
They're a little
Hate 'em.
mean.
Ah, see. I found a hole in your plan.
Would you mind one just sitting around for a bit?
Where?
In a room.
Not one of my rooms. Outside, maybe.
They can sit outside.
What about him?
Oh, what about him? Not undead.
Yeah, but do you think he'd want to stay with his sister? He's like super sick and injured right now because he's dehydrated because he didn't take water with him because he's an idiot.
I'll remember that when we run out of water. Make sure not to give any of the magic water to Ellis.
I mean, if you're in a situation where you are surrounded by water and you are unable to drink it, like you have some sort of survival basis. If you have some sort of clear substance that can actually absorb in sunlight, the water will evaporate into the top of it, and you can collect the water that way. So it's really not that hard, even when you're in, surrounded by undrinkable water, you can still drink water.
Mm.
He's just dumb.
Just
Anyways, I'm going.
Out of character. I learned that from POW book where basically someone was stranded because they crashed their plane during World War II.
Yeah, the
Gotcha.
condensation condensing down. Yep.
It evaporates up to the top.
Yeah. I learned that from my dad because he just said one day, yeah, go out there. You can survive. I'll be back in 3 days.
Ah, the Full Metal Alchemist. Give a month.
So
Survive.
Nin is leaving to go. To
Yeah,
the
I think
cache?
that's a really bad idea because I don't know. Okay, if you're gonna do that, take some of this with you then. and I'll hand you over 5 coin if you'll take them.
I don't like things, but fine.
Well, they ward off things from attacking you, and you're not that strong. I don't think you'll be able to ward off all the things. Well, mainly also because you're gonna have other people. If things attack you, and you have people dehydrated and like a little skeleton, they're gonna die. So this helps protect you.
I can
Fuck you.
send
I'm not that.
I can send Rags.
I'm fine.
Oh, it's a terrible idea. Yeah, absolutely. So yeah, I'll give you 5
Rags.
serpent coins.
I mean, you could send the necromancer sending.
If it's
No,
a
he's
rogue.
not strong enough. I'm basically thinking in the morning I'll get him on the horse and bring him in.
I can go with him,
With the party.
guys.
Lit
If you're very
the
intent on going now and not
party.
just tomorrow morning,
Yeah, if we leave tomorrow morning, it will be wasting more time. We still have daylight here. We can rest there just fine.
I'll go with him because I can see and I can track our way back if I have to.
Oh yeah, Nin's also really bad at that.
That's why I was gonna
+4.
send
Fuck
Rags.
you.
Yeah,
The
well,
fact that
that's,
you don't have dark vision.
Yeah, you
can't
I'm not
track
saying
footprints,
traveling at
can't
night.
See.
You also have
can't
really
see
bad eyes.
through the forest.
Light.
So you're gonna be a beacon.
Beacon regarding a week.
You guys are-
man.
Remember, you guys
The
aren't that
forest
far into
isn't
the
that
forest.
far. We aren't that far into the forest.
Oh, this is just also Alice shitting on Nin.
Oh yeah.
1v1 me, bro.
I'm gonna put a little pouch around Rags's neck and put a healing potion bottle.
Putting a what?
A pouch potion bottle
Oh,
around Rags's neck so she can
gotcha.
Oh,
give them
I
a healing potion if
I just found out. Did you know, according to DMG, healing potions are 1 ounce?
I did not know that.
Yeah, they're 1 ounce.
They're small.
But that's not even a shot.
oh it
Magic is bullshit.
Depends on the bar you go to.
If I got a 1 ounce shot, I'd be like,
bullshit.
the smallest
I don't
shot
know.
I've ever had was like 3
The
ounces.
monk calling magic bullshit? Who would have guessed?
Oh man.
fucking degree.
A way of
blood
mercy,
magic.
monk?
Yeah,
Wait, Mercy calling magic. What the hell? What's
yeah,
going on?
and he needs some gauntlets.
I do.
So- Who's staying? Who's going?
I'll go with them.
Sorry,
I'll
Nin
take the
just does
singing
not
top
trust the
of it.
cachet.
All right, so you guys leave. Backtrack towards the cafe. And you could get there right around nightfall, ish.
Think he's dead.
He's dead. I can lay him to rest.
Oh no, that was me asking Gwen at night.
No.
And, and you see the cache
I hope
laying down on the ground near where you left the necromancer, and the skeleton wrapped in the clothing and the cloth, face covered, standing there. The cache perks up as they see you approach. That was quicker than expected.
We talked to the princess, and apparently she's not actually a whole evil type thing, but she's been having lapses in her memory where she might be not so great. And they're missing an archdruid, and we're gonna find him. But
Have fun with that.
we're moving him into a tavern.
So I don't have to stay the 3 days.
Yeah.
Oh.
Good. Well, have fun.
Will you
As
be
a
entering the
condition
forest as
of
well, or
me.
is this our party?
This is our parting. I was only meant to guide you here. I'm not staying with you.
Right.
And I do not belong in that forest.
You don't belong with the other Fae.
Not in this forest, no. I have my own to get back to.
Anything go on with him
Where
while we
do
were
you
gone?
belong?
Luxon, I'll answer first. What did Luxon say?
Anything go on with him while we were gone?
Unconsciousness, giving him water.
If we're taking care of BBEG, I'm gonna be so pissed.
Why would he be?
That'd be great.
He's not strong enough to be the BBG. Have you seen
don't
his
know
skeleton?
He raised
know
a
that.
single skeleton.
Hey,
Doesn't mean he can't
BBGs have
raise
training
more.
arcs too.
Would you guys like to be a part of his?
His training arc is he kills this party and the next party kills him.
His training arc is you guys taking him with you, and he just leeches the experience.
He'd be the same level as him then.
Those are dope as fuck. And I
Yeah.
want them.
Yeah.
All right, so you guys are taking this individual back there, or are you sleeping out here for the night?
Oh, I sleeping
Sleeping.
here, right? Or are we
How
going?
much light is there?
Right.
That you guys are like at nightfall as you got
How
to the
long of a walk
cache.
is it?
It's several hours.
Several hours.
Yeah.
Just sleep
You
here.
guys found an area to put him as you saw the forest come like on the horizon.
We'll
You're
Yeah,
like
or-
almost a half day away.
we can
Four
camp
to 6 hours away.
here. Yeah, we can camp here.
So
Watches.
watch
Me,
this.
then you. Congrats.
Oh,
That's all we
boy.
got.
No. With no tiny hut. Okay, we'll
Well,
get back to
well,
that in just a
We
moment.
had the little cat thing with us too.
You do.
They're
The cat stray
dead right now.
leaves.
All right, cool.
No, he's talking about Gwen's familiar, right?
Rags there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Rags.
we'll get to you guys in a
Ready,
moment because that
please,
might
take a
be
watch.
interesting.
Okay.
X takes all
The
watches.
rest of you, Gwen, you're asking about rooms, right? So he says you can stay free of charge.
I have a question. Wanted to stay an extra day. With that,
How many rooms? How many people?
5, 6 people. Probably.
Yeah, 5. Carry the 2. Gold.
Cheap, but
Carry the 2.
take it.
1. Hands you a key number 2. Carry it.
So, what would you say, Gwen? Sorry, I was laughing
Okay.
too hard.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I appreciate
You want to go down now?
it. Yeah.
He taps his hoof on the ground 3 times in the floor. The wood pulls apart and a staircase leading down into the darkness. 3rd room on the left.
Can anyone do that? I tapped 3 times.
It closes.
Nothing happens.
I tapped 2 times.
Nothing happens.
How do you get
Yes,
out?
I'm turning in.
I go to my bag. I pull out hooves And I tap it
How many times?
3 times.
It closes.
I do that in front of him.
What
Holy
does he think?
It's just staring on the back of Bruno with a dumbfounded look.
As soon as you do that, he kind of like glares at you, and then you hear from behind the centaur go tap, 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 and then it opens back up. And then she just goes, huh.
It's just spread like wildfire.
That rumor is gonna get
Change
spread
that
so
now.
fucking fast, so fucking far.
Like I said, I either make things so much better.
I think we just made the greatest enemy.
Centaur is the. It's just. Huh. That was great.
I don't.
He like grinds his teeth a little bit. He says, second room on the left.
Wasn't it
I thought it was a
third?
third room.
Third room on the left.
Come on, Alice. Before we make Kevin.
I think we just
Bartender's
found the
gonna
new
break
BB.
their leg again. Centaurs should break their leg again.
God.
And you hear a little louder than necessary, dum dum dum, and it closes back up.
Did you
Yeah.
follow
Yelled
us
out,
down?
don't you dare tell that to anyone for the centaur.
No, it doesn't say it.
Oh,
A
but the
single
hair.
word.
The hair will tell.
Keep the hair away from me.
Oh my goodness, the hair is around. And he seems like a gossiper of
Sure
gossipers.
Oh,
is.
fuck yes.
So,
100%.
you guys get down to a dimly lit, like underground passage made completely of like wood and roots and trees. With it's kind of hard to see the doors of the rooms, but Ellis, you would notice the numbers in Sylvan etched in like above where the doors would
wood.
be.
Uh-huh. Can't wait for us to like end the session with meeting up again, and next time we play in a month, we'll forget we have to go a certain path through the fields.
I know.
I wrote it down
Yeah.
because
It
I
doesn't mean
knew-
we'll remember. We have
Ryan,
to look.
are we missing next week too, or I forget?
Not for Sunday.
Are you sure?
No.
Because you said you had to take like 1 weekend off or something.
Yeah, I thought
Let's
that's what I
think
was mentioning. I
check.
think you did say that you have to take a weekend off.
Fun. Give me on my. Oh. I
I don't
checked.
know.
Yes.
very specific. When
Doesn't mean you remember to look at your notes.
That's
Very true.
So I mean,
I always look at my notes.
What are
false.
notes?
I have them right now. Yeah, present.
Sundays are all free.
Okay.
Nice.
Yep.
But you won't be able to make it next Thursday, right?
Yep. And as of right now, that is the last Thursday I should miss. But I think there's some wonky scheduling
Yeah.
going on for me and Jackie this next 6-week stretch. So actually, I'll ask you guys. Would you prefer for me to do every other week for Sunday or every other week for Thursday? It doesn't matter for me. Like, if I have to schedule over a D&D night, would you rather me do every other week Thursday or every other week Sunday?
I'd rather do every other Thursday because that's a weekday. And if you miss a weekday, that just means I can sleep in.
Thanks,
But that's
Don't matter
me
for me.
Thursday.
If I know that I don't have to really fuck with my sleep schedule much during a weekday, that probably would be a little better.
Yeah,
Since I
it
am,
depends
I
modified my
how
sleep schedule a
far
bit.
ahead. It
Okay. I'm not even sure if I have to do every other week, but in case it does come up.
Yeah, it depends how far ahead you'll be. Like, I can't do this day. If it's gonna be like day of, I'm
I
like,
don't
I'm not
hear
doing this.
sound from the
No. I schedule like 6 weeks in advance. So
Okay.
It
yeah,
basically the same
I'd-
advance notice he gave us for this.
Yeah.
for
Okay,
these weeks.
I'd bias Thursdays then as well.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, like I said, I'm not even sure I'll have to schedule over a D&D night, but if I do, I'll just, All right,
Speaking
so
of D&D, oh, go ahead. What were you gonna say?
no, go ahead.
That's the stream. There is no sound.
Uh-oh.
I don't know how long it's been this way, but we
Right, the
are
whole time.
frozen.
Good.
And my end, it's recording sound.
I heard
Well,
some.
hold on.
Loki, do you have the page muted?
I do
I
not
hear it
this
fine.
time.
I hear it fine. Lucky you.
Okay. I was
I
just
don't have it
making
up this
sure
time.
because it's frozen.
Check
on
your
my end.
audio mix and make sure you don't have your entire browser.
I was
muted.
gonna say your mic was a little quiet earlier on. Maybe your sounds all got fucky again.
It probably did.
But yeah,
Yeah.
I was gonna say about the stream. This one is sponsored by the Final Fantasy mobile game. I'm gonna do a Final Fantasy stream tomorrow for 1 hour. But
Or
if
for
any of you haven't downloaded,
EOS,
yeah,
OS is how do you say
I
it?
downloaded it,
you
but it
know.
didn't count.
Warp for EOS.
EOS. Okay.
It's the world.
It's
Yeah.
3-letter words like that. You don't know if you just say the letters or try to make a word out of it.
Yeah,
Correct.
but
So
if you are gonna support, just make sure you go through the link. Cause Malachi tried to do it and he just looked it up on the App Store and I didn't get credit. Oops.
I looked it up for the App Store, downloaded it, didn't even launch it, just downloaded it, uninstalled, and then reinstalled through
Through the
his link.
Yeah, it still didn't count it.
And it didn't count.
Oh well.
I literally didn't even launch the game.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
That's what the ads are for. But yeah. Oh,
Nope.
tomorrow
This is,
we get
this is where Nin and Luxen die. And
yeah,
Yeah.
so for watches,
I mean, we
Um,
can both heal. We're both a little tanky.
Gwen.
Mm-hmm.
So
You're
well,
taking
first
first
off,
watch, right?
I would like
I could.
the two of you to decide who's taking which watch and which watch is going to be empty with just the familiar. Or is somebody staying up all night and taking a point of exhaustion?
What does 1 point of exhaustion do?
Skill check.
Disadvantage on skill checks.
I'm not a skill monkey.
Neither am I, and I get everything back on a short rest.
Neither am I.
You aren't here. Otherwise, we wouldn't be in this predicament. I just realized Kevin could do it too. Clop, clop, clop.
Does Kevin do it?
No.
No.
Does he do it in his sleep?
Don't know that.
Like, he's just standing at the bar, the stairway opens, he just stares at it like, oh, no, kill whoever walks up next. I'll
Speaking of the-
take
the-
I'll
Okay,
just
go
take
ahead.
2 watches, 2 and 3. I'll just get a nap.
Sure, I can do it as well.
That'll be fun.
So you're taking the point of exhaustion?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So Nin, roll perception check for the first one. Luxon, make one for the other 2. And then Gwen, with your familiar, make 3 individual perception checks, please.
Is my second one at disadvantage?
No, you won't get exhaustion until like
Okay.
the start of the next day.
26
I actually
for
had a
second
not
watch.
half bad perception check this time. 18.
Nice.
Oh, wow.
I
26
think
for
it's my
both.
first. This is my
Only
first
team.
not bad one.
They're
Oh,
not
really good.
bad. They're okay. So for the first one, some +5. 22.
Your familiar has a +5 perception. Dope.
Yep.
Cool.
The next one isn't that great. It's a 14.
Okay.
And then 14 plus 5 is a 19.
Okay. Nin, what was your perception check for the first watch?
18.
And then the other two for
26 on both.
oh, nice. So
18 twice.
over the course of the night, there is much more life than you guys have been used to at night.
How
You're
many
not.
coins do you have?
Me?
Do
I
I-
put mine in the bag.
No.
Yeah.
Well, we
You-
do have 5.
You have
5 coins on
5.
this, so that
I
matters.
have the other
Right.
9.
So there's much more life around than you guys are used to. Being so close to the forest, even at this distance, there's little little critters running around that you can hear in the distance at the night. You glance over, see a wild boar here and there, some bats flittering about over the course of the night. There's more insects this close to the forest than you're used to. Plus, with the bubble keeping everything out, like you're smacking mosquitoes and so close to the water. It really drives home how much the
Can
bubble really
mosquitoes
does at
get
night.
through his fucking scales. They're just after me.
Yeah. The skills are after him. I'm just.
There are mutated mosquitoes that have evolved specifically to get in between dragonborn scales. So
But Dragonborn don't even live here.
you're in the
Not that
continent.
you know of.
I'm on the other side of the continent.
You guys are
Oh, great.
only 2 weeks away, man.
Mm-hmm.
2 weeks is still a fair distance
No.
away.
Nah, not ecosystem wise.
Yeah. But yeah, it's irritating enough to make you guys wish that you had the bubble with you. But it's nothing, to lose sleep over. Luxon,
I lose sleep over.
you lose sleep over.
I am gonna
you
sleep
did
in my. I do sleep in my armor though. Just
in your
to
armor.
say.
Okay.
Yep.
So Luxon, you do get your short rest, however, but in the morning, you
Gain back
do
one key point I used. Fuck.
you do get a point of exhaustion for the trek back to the tavern. But yeah, with the couple of coins that you have with you, nothing substantial gets close enough to alarm you guys throughout the night.
Sure.
There is a couple of points in the night where the necromancer has. I'm just gonna call him the necromancer because that's all he is to me.
Mm-hmm.
I thought you
Easy.
guys would have let him die long ago.
Let's call him Kevin.
I honestly thought you guys might have, but he coughs a couple of times throughout the night. You hear him gasping for air at one point, muttering under his breath. He is having some rough unconsciousness. It's not necessarily sleep at this point, but he's not having a fun go of things. He does soil himself throughout the night, so there's a smell in the area.
We're used to it, or at least they're used to it. They had PBJ.
I didn't have a for him.
Well, and the thing is, you guys have usually you have access to prestidigitation. You don't. Magic, man. But yeah, it's a rough night for him. And having, if you know the ambiance of the Skyrim skeletons like creaking in the distance, like that's just what you get from the sister all night. It's enough to put you a little on edge, but after a while you just kind of get used to it. You've been traveling with them for a couple of days now. So in the morning, who's carrying him to
Horse.
the tavern?
Horse.
Oh yeah, I forgot you guys have the horse. So that's no trouble at all. For the rest
Yeah,
of you,
Puna.
you guys have a very comfortable evening. The walls, the interior of the rooms have little lavender like growing up the walls, gives a nice pleasant scent throughout the night. What's that?
What are the sheets out of?
They're normal, just comfy sheets. It's a pretty plain room. However, when you wake up in the morning, there's a section of one of the walls that has like a bundle of fruit growing out of it. A couple different kinds. Some apples, grapes,
That's such a neat
strawberries.
idea.
Glenn.
It is.
I call it the nature room.
The nature room.
I need to hire a full-time druid.
This is your nature room. I don't want to go in the sun room.
But yeah. So
You go to the sun room and you just fucking die.
I would say you guys I probably a couple of well, that depends. Luxon, you're staying up all night.
Yep.
Are you waking in a little early to try to travel? Or are you making sure he gets like a good rest?
I'd make sure you rest.
Okay. So in that case,
To sit still for another hour or two.
making good time to the tavern, Fay and Fair. You guys would get there like moving as fast as you can comfortably, like right before noon.
Okay, not too bad.
You sort of have to
Um,
have the sun. Right.
What are they doing without us?
yes. You guys have a couple of hours waiting for your party before taking on this task that has been given to you. What are you guys planning on doing?
Before that, I asked Luxon, how long do you think they'll wait before they assume we're dead?
Play a while. Quinn's kinda. She's more up to stay.
You know, I would have taken the watch.
Yeah, but better me than you.
I don't know, man. You have access to sending. If you don't send them a sending spell within like a day or two, they're probably just gonna assume you guys died.
Yeah, and if you don't send
Come
her a
look
goal
into-
once every 3 days, the
Ooh.
march begins.
The march.
I sent one yesterday, so I got 2 more days.
So here's a question for you, Micro. Do you think Ragul would try to march out by himself, or do you think he would try to get a group?
He would probably just walk around and tell people, I'm going here. And if they follow him, they follow him.
Okay.
I'm going here for a revenge and a bloodbath. Who wants to join me?
Yeah. Oh, there's a forest here? Time to start shopping.
We aren't the ones who killed your family.
Boy,
I don't care.
there's a line from here to there, and it's coming down.
And that, folks,
Ellis
is
like,
how the
"What's a
wall?"
road
road in thousands of years was built.
Ellis like, what's war? That's war.
Ragul. Ragul is war.
Yes.
Like, he gets possessed by some god of war, and he says, "Fuck are you doing in my body? Get out!" Just keeps the power.
So, Kevin, Gwen, Ellis, are you guys doing anything while you wait for?
Dying.
No, just gonna rest.
Ellis has her
Aspect of
hangover.
Conquest.
Her
Get
second
really
one.
mad.
I'm not probably doing anything specific.
Ellis is teaching me Sylvan.
Yeah. And this is the prime example when I say see it comes in handy.
Oh yeah, I was learning with you guys, wasn't I?
There we go.
Yep.
We're learning Sylvan.
Sylvan
Nerds.
Squad.
Sylvan Squad.
The nerds and the adventurers.
or lack thereof. All right, so just right before the noon, you guys have a light breakfast. You're waiting in the tavern, which stays completely empty, other than the keep, who, I mean, as far as you guys can tell, has been there the whole time. Doesn't seem to have moved from his post behind the bar there.
Never took a rest.
It's been a long time.
Been a while.
Is the centaur in the bar?
No, it's completely empty, other than
Okay.
Did
what's
she come back with a vial?
not in the morning, no.
Okay.
Yeah. But like I said, a little bit before noon, the the others join you with the unconscious body of the necromancer. Blah blah blah.
Why do we
Oh,
keep
man.
adopting people? I feel like we just keep like taking in people. Is that normal?
My
Who
case,
else are we
yes.
taking in?
BBJ, the random person that started following us. Like those are two prime examples of it.
Yeah, it's really a big.
Yeah, let's get him
We
in
just
bed and set
yeah.
up stuff.
If he passes, he passes, but I won't do anything before that.
The keep pipes up. He says, 2 silver for the room for him.
I tossed 2 silver at him.
All right. So he looks directly at Ellis and puts stamps his hoof on the ground a single time, and you see little tendrils of green and pink light like spread out from under his hoof before it opens back up.
Oh, that's fancy.
Yeah, watch this.
Dude. Nothing happens.
You changed
Where'd you get a
it.
hoof?
I love Luxus.
It's the massive one from the fucking Manicore.
All right.
So you're like,
Yeah, I do it a single time.
What?
I do it a single time.
nothing happens. He like, and he gives you this kind of like old man like, I got you smile.
I walk over next to where he was and I do it.
He just folds his arms with a smile on his face and nothing happens.
How much would it be to? I look toward the. Forgetting his name. I don't know why. The
keep.
satyr.
Keep.
Yeah, the keep.
The keep.
I look toward the keep and how much for you to give him water? Feed him some water each day.
I ain't giving him shit. I stay up here.
If I gave you cash, will you pay someone else to do it?
Yeah, if I get anybody today.
All right. Here's a gold offer, like silver to do so, and keep 5 silver for yourself.
Done.
What about the other 4 silver?
Multiple days.
Ah. We didn't say each day.
You know what? Okay. Are you just gonna leave the you said there was a skeleton, right?
Yeah, just sitting outside.
But if it gets attacked, I ain't
Yeah,
helping.
guys.
Cool. As long as we got that established.
I mean, I assume he tries it again, but I don't know. Magic's bullshit.
I don't know much about necromancy. I don't know that either.
He just nods in agreement. Magic is bullshit.
Bullshit.
Oh, I'm really good at it, but it's still bullshit.
My dad told me a lot about it. There's all these rules, and then he said he can just ignore him when he wants to, and it's
I can ignore a few rules of magic myself sometimes.
No idea what you're talking about.
he said he was really good at just
Says the sorcerer.
fuck he wants.
Magic just being able to ignore the rules.
Yeah.
That's what meta magic is. Like rules. Fuck rules.
That-
Here's your rule.
That's why I'm-
Bend.
That's what I'm saying. Nin can ignore the rules like twice a day.
I have to speak to cast a spell? No, I don't. The fuck?
This is fire? No, it's not.
So he looks at you all like, so do I gotta charge you for loitering, or are you gonna get to it?
I'm gonna dump the
We're
body.
getting
Bed.
thank
Do you have a stable? Or are there any stables
No.
in town?
You could use a tree.
Bring the horse action. Bad idea.
Yeah. Oh no, it's not a bad idea. I'd rather keep it safe if be.
It's the farthest a horse from your city has been in a long time.
north and back.
North of the back, middle, left, or was it right? I'm asking the keep.
Left.
Middle, left. All right.
And just to be sure, what happens if we don't follow that path?
Good luck.
Oh,
Mhm.
I've dealt with enough magic forests.
You're done.
I just mean
I've dealt with
good luck.
one. That was enough.
It's quite literally 3 things you have to remember.
Yeah, but
Magic
for some
is
reason,
bullshit.
it feels like there's going to be like a week between the remembering it.
Yes, but magic is.
Well, it's just walking down a path. I don't think that's really magic.
All right, get going, buddy.
Shoo.
Have a good day.
Come on.
Good luck.
A little tired.
He decided to stay awake. I
Yeah,
told
maybe
him I
we only
would
help
do
2
so
people.
instead.
So, Luxon.
Yep.
Hi. What?
So
Going
Luxon,
through
make me this check. Make me this
Yeah.
check.
Yeah.
Going through the force. I'll mark it down for next week. Because as I said before, the path through the denseness of the trees and whatnot, it's only about 5 feet wide. So you guys do have to walk single file.
I simply
I
walk
need
above them.
a marching order.
And then in front.
So
If
walking above them is an issue because the canopy is so thick. How are you going to keep track of your party
I don't
down
have
below?
to stand on the canopy. I mean, I can just walk on the side of the tree.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah, that's
Monk
fine.
walk.
I
I'm just
mean,
walking sideways.
it's still like 1 by 1 because it's only 10 feet tall.
Oh, I didn't know
Yeah.
how tall it was. I assumed it was dedicated.
No.
But then yeah, I'll just
No,
stick with mine.
it's there. When you guys first came through with the princess, I said 5 feet wide, 10 feet tall.
Who
and
wants to be first?
Nin.
It does.
And I'll be second then.
Nin is metal man. He goes through force. Clink, clink, clank, clank. All right. So
Clang, clang,
Nin,
clang, 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 clang,
Nin
clang.
locks in.
Do
Wayne
I
or Ellis in the middle.
need to be on the path with my amazing land stride feature?
No, you could be just outside it, walking next to your party
Dope.
or going ahead. Yeah.
So I can be next to Gwen in the middle.
And Kevin
Fancy plant
taking up
walker.
the rear.
Exactly. I
That-
have ranger ability. I'm using
That's
it.
Ellis's moniker. Ellis Plant Walker.
I love that. Like it's a 5x10 path. No, it's not.
I
You can
choose.
walk right there.
I choose not to fail.
I choose.
The DM says it's this.
Make my
I
own
say
path.
it's not. You tell me who's right.
So is Kevin pulling up the rear then? And where's Bruno in the mix?
Well,
I guess
she's part
under
of
Gwen.
Bruno.
Yeah, that makes sense. So it's Nin, Loxin, Gwen, Bruno, Ellis, Kevin.
Yeah, I'm in the backpack.
Okay. And where's the horse?
I'm on the horse.
Fair enough.
My aura isn't that big,
Face
so
full of horse ass.
just so you guys know.
Yeah,
It's
I'm in the
just gonna
aura.
be
I
probably
know where
me
I'm at.
and Ella.
All right, so we're like 10 minutes from 1. So we'll call it here as you guys make your way around the tavern through the first path section. It cuts to the best of your capable navigation skills about 150 feet ish through the forest before not a super large clearing, but large enough, a little larger than where the tavern itself opens up. And you can see several similar 5 feet by 10 feet openings.
Right. For
Yeah, okay.
crafting, can I work on the clockwork amulet? I got 100 gold worth the crafting material, but that's all I got. So
I don't think it's that expensive. It's a common
it's
item.
100 gold. That's why I'm saying it's like the only item I could afford.
Yeah, that's fine. So common item is what? 5
5 for
5
20,
points
so
for 20?
it's 25 points.
So 25 points. Yep.
25 points, but I have a -2 plus proficiency, so
know
plus
what I want
2.
to work on.
Yeah.
Anybody want to learn?
That is a
Me?
6 plus 2, 8.
What do you
I
have?
think I'm learning.
I've got some
Sylvan.
tool proficiencies. I've got carpenter's, disguise kit, herbalism. I
Man,
can
oh
speak.
Who
man.
wants to
Common,
learn?
draconic, dwarvish, elvish, gnomish, halfling.
Yeah, who wants to learn hit good? Hit
do hit
really
good.
good.
I mean,
Good.
Do you
They
hit
would
as good
just-
as I do?
I was gonna say they wouldn't go to you, my friend. Ellis, probably.
Hmm.
I can hit really, really good twice.
I have good bold.
You mean hit accurately or hit strong?
Hit
I can do
good.
both.
I can do both.
I have a -5 to my roll, right?
Yes.
You don't know.
Why?
You don't know elf.
Yeah, because you're not.
Oh, yeah.
You're not
Oh,
getting
'cause you
help.
don't have
Yes.
And that is it's specifically how I teach.
All right. I am gonna end the stream.
Can I
and
just
am
latch on
gonna
and
Go
learn?
to bed.
I'm just gonna latch on and learn Sylvan
That's
as
fine.
well.
Lynn?
I am
So there's some
crashing.